It is 8 o'clock in Texas. Good evening. Happy Friday. Happy hour. Thanks for joining us today. Should have a good show for you tonight. Check my audio here. There we go. Good. That sounds good. Thanks for joining us, guys. I see a lot of guys and a lot of people in the chat right now. And it looks like we've got about, boy, I can't count, 15 people in the Zoom. So we're gonna bring the Zoom on here shortly. And first I'm gonna go here. Hey, good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. Ham Radio 2.0 Happy Hour. I've already got the beer popped open. Compliments of Matt 84MQ, who's going to be joining us tonight. So get that poured in there quick. I don't know if I did something right or wrong, but Frank's not here. So I guess maybe whatever I did, I hope I can replicate it later on. So good evening. So a couple of really short announcements. Then we're going to bring the crew in. As I mentioned the other day, and also my shopping video this morning, if you saw that, Tapper DCC has a survey that they've put up asking people if they would rather have a virtual conference or an in-person conference this year. So if you're interested in the Tapper DCC conference, Digital Communications Conference, really, really fun time. It is going to happen. It's just a matter of whether it happens online or whether it happens in person. Charlotte, North Carolina is their place this year. So I just dropped that link in the chat. Share that over there. Also, Main Trading Company in Paris, Texas, about 2 hours northeast of me, is going to have a sidewalk sale on May 8th. It's about 3 weeks from yesterday. Two weeks from yesterday. 2 weeks from yesterday. So they've done this in March. They did it in March and April. March, I was not available. April, I was actually on my POTA road trip. And I did not, so I wasn't able to make this. This is the first one I've been able to make. I'm planning on being there. I'm planning on going. I hope that some of you guys who are local to the area can make it. And so Main Trading Company in Paris, Texas, and that is 2 weeks from yesterday. They're giving away a free ICOM IC705 at 11:30 a.m. No purchase necessary to win. So they're not going to let me win that. But maybe Frank will win it, because Frank's going with me also. So yeah, Frank's going with me. They can't hear you right now, Frank. I've got you muted on purpose. So I'm going to turn that off. Okay, really cool announcement. Let me tell you something about all the fools you're about to see on this video. I'm going to play a promo video for the YouTubers Hamfest 2021, and it is freaking hilarious. I edited it, I put it all together, and I was laughing so hard. Now, people may not think it's as funny as I am. I know these guys. I talk to them almost every day, and I was dying laughing at this. So you guys check this out real quick. This should be really fun.
Welcome to the announcement of the next YouTubers Hamfest. Hey, Frank, play that awesome promo video. Play that awesome promo video!
Still down from the lack of amateur radio conventions? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
We've got your back.
We're doing it again.
Join us Friday, May 28th through Sunday the 30th.
For the biggest,
The loudest,
The largest.
The most extremist. Wait a minute. Are we all extremists? Who let Frank write this thing? I'm not reading that.
yeah, you can tell Frank I'm not reading that.
What is this? An iPhone release?
I'm not doing it.
Jason did.
I'm not. Don't blame me.
All right, where was I? For the second YouTubers Hamfest around the world.
We'll bring you all the new information about
New radios.
Frequency mode.
Antennas.
The hottest accessories.
And providing the latest information on our hobby.
along with interviews. Blah, blah, blah.
Along with interviews from all our favorite vendors. So take a break from searching from that random touch lamp that your wife placed in the house and join me.
And me.
And me.
And me. And all of us.
Along with some of the largest.
To the smallest ham radio creators.
From your comfortable and safe place, without worrying about picking up anything unwanted.
Man, I was talking about an extra Bofing antenna. You guys got to get your heads out of the gutter there.
Let's all forget about 2020. It's more than 6 months into 2021.
So bring your favorite drink
Or send me mine. I'm good on QRZ.
because we will be doing a happy hour.
I'm gonna bring my cigars.
I'm bringing whiskey.
A good scotch?
I like a good fresca.
Which one of you guys put tea in my whiskey cup?
Join us Friday, May the 28th through to Sunday the 30th
For your front row seat to the 2nd annual YouTubers Hamfest.
2021.
Stop making the noise.
Oh boy, there it is, right there. Look at that group. Oh my goodness. How I can't even count. I think that's 18 people, and I guess that's Matt down there in the corner with the logo on. So, hey guys, thanks for joining today. Appreciate everyone being here. We got Frank. I'm going to give you. I was hoping you'd join. Well, yeah, but you didn't join till late. So,
Well,
what do you want me
I
to
was
do?
over there and was doing the build, and then I had to come
Oh.
over here.
Oh, that's right. You guys did that. I forgot you guys were doing that tonight. I was going to join in and watch you guys. I kind of forgot about that. So, okay, how'd that go?
We got about halfway, and
Okay.
Frank messed up. Go figs.
I messed mine up too, but it works.
I
So-
started to solder my 40-pin adapter upside
Uh-huh.
down to the wrong side of the board, and I got 4 pins in. I can't remove it.
That I did not do. I just didn't put the LEDs in right. But yeah, okay. All right, so cool. So we've got. I'm going to go in the order of my screen, which is actually what's shooting over to YouTube. We got Aaron, North Country Ham Radio. Is it country or county? I always forget.
Country.
Country. Okay. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for being here tonight, bud. Don Izzo smoking on his backyard. I was actually in that backyard about this time last week, so that was
Jealous.
fun.
Hello, everybody.
Oh yeah, Hayden, what time is it over there, dude?
It is 11 a.m.
Oh, okay, cool.
Perfect
You
time to
taking a-
start drinking.
That's
Yeah,
right. That's
Just before
right.
lunch.
Yeah, Matt and I were drinking before 11 a.m. on our trip a couple weekends ago. I'm just going to tell you that up front.
Some of my video. It shows. It shows.
Mike, how you doing, man?
Not so bad, you?
Pretty good.
Good,
Is it storming down there?
It was. I had to unplug
Okay.
all the
Okay.
antennas, but that's okay. I actually had a day off today, which was really crazy. So I spent the day building
I thought you were normally off
something.
on Fridays.
No, dude, I've been working 6 days a week for the last since I
okay.
moved into this house. It's been crazy. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you told me your normal days off were Friday and Sunday, but that was back during Winter Field Day, I guess. So
yeah,
probably busier now.
yeah,
Okay.
things are
Cool.
things
Yeah,
are
it was.
kind of starting to get back to normal.
That's good. It was storming. It was thunderstorming here about like hour and a half ago, and I'm like,
Yep.
really hoping the power didn't go out. So,
Yep.
all right, Charlie, what's going on, man? How are you? Smoking Ape T-shirt. Gives you
Smoking
3
Ape.
GB. Is that why you made all those 100 contacts today? Because you were.
Why did you
Oh, no.
change?
No. Well, I came home and took a shower, man.
I was gonna say it's probably nasty.
Yeah, I had the K9 K8 MRD radio T-shirt on as I was doing the POTA soda activation, and people were saying that I was just coming in like 10 over dB. It was like amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. I recorded on my way home. I think it was on my way home. I recorded a video. I think it was in Georgia. It was a side of a mountain, drove up a mountain, goes, get up to the top. And I started the camera and I looked at the camera and I said, okay, I'm not going to self-spot myself. And I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't self-spot myself, but the Awesome Sauce Hammers app told me that someone else had spotted me like 3 or 4 contacts in. So, so that was fun.
That's
So,
awesome.
Chuck, what's going on, buddy? How are you?
Hey, everybody, how's it going? I'm doing good.
Good.
I'm real good here.
Awesome. Yeah, you're some of your video clip for the promo was one of the funniest ones. Seriously, that was I was laughing.
I thought you did a really good job because mine, what I sent you, was just clipped up like crazy. It was terrible. But-
Well, you know what? And several of you guys did. I could tell you had edited it because it would kind of, like To just sent me a big raw file,
Mhm.
and then other guys had cut pieces out and it did like jump cuts and whatnot, which is, I mean, either way is fine.
I look good.
So yeah, I thought it turned out really well. So
How's your tea, Chuck?
That was actually really good tea. I ended up drinking that tea afterwards.
That was good.
It was an herbal tea. It was pretty good, actually.
That's good. So Steve, how you been?
Good, man. Busy, but good. Got
Yeah.
to go tour another university with the child unit today. So,
Oh, good.
Well, that's fun days there.
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, yay and not so yay. Because
Yeah, not so yay. Out of state?
no, she's staying in state at least.
Okay. Well, that's better for you, I guess.
Yeah.
Is she leaving her radios at home so you can finally play with the G90? Maybe.
Actually, I think she's taking one of them. She hasn't decided which one yet. And I'm gonna have to make sure that the dials don't get locked up and dusty and stuff. So on all the rest of them. I'm
you
I'm
gotta
a good father like that.
working.
Yeah, you got to use it so it doesn't get crusty or something, right?
Yeah, I would hate
So,
for her
good
to come
deal.
back to want a POTA and something's janky.
That just wouldn't be right.
Totally. All right, next we got Ron Burgundy or whatever some kind of 70s porn star name would be.
Oh,
Jeez, dude.
yeah.
What the heck is that, man?
Well, you know,
Caterpillar.
I'm just trying something new. I just got back from a 2-week trip through Utah. Utah is beautiful. If you've never been, we kind of hung out towards the south side, saw 3 national parks, and I just didn't shave for 2 odd weeks. And with my work, I have to wear respirator, fresh air, breathing air.
Oh.
So that has to seal around your face, So I got back to work this week, had to trim up the face. Plus, the chin was doing some weird white hairs coming out. I don't know what's up with that.
Ooh.
But this came in pretty good, so I don't know. I'm gonna rock it. I don't. We'll see. I mean, the wife is the deciding factor. When things start drying up, so to speak, then I'll have to probably knock it off. But
It needs to come down a little bit more.
A little more?
Get those
Okay.
kind of handlebars going.
Yeah, the handlebars.
Yeah.
The handlebars would be okay.
Handlebars.
Yeah.
Well,
and then the do-rag and the Harley comes next, and yeah, that'd be okay. I'd be okay with that.
We'll see how long I got it here. But other kind of things going on in my local area and what have you. HRO announced a new location just
heard
about
about
a
that.
half hour away from my house. So
Yeah.
very excited about that.
Where's
and,
that at? 'Cause
Well,
it's
you're going to be
close
broke
me.
from now on.
Yeah,
Right.
Sacramento, and not to mention they're doing a 50. They're celebrating their 50 years, so they're giving away
A car?
Chevy
A car.
Trailblazer.
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
it's wrapped with their logo. I mean, everyone's
Yeah.
gonna think you're working for HR. I just,
Yeah.
and then
I totally. Yeah.
I did the
Yeah.
math. So if the car is about 20 grand, I think you're gonna owe close to 7 grand in taxes. I'm not sure about that. I've never won anything, but yeah, all
Yeah.
you get is a car. You have to pick it up in Northern California. You have 10 days to pick it up, and they go to somebody else. So
Oh, wow.
second place, you get a 7,300. So shoot for that. You can enter.
Oh
it every
yeah,
day.
hey, there you go. That's what you want. Yeah, I heard Josh announce that car, and I totally stole it from him and announced it on my Friday shopping video the following week. So, but I was
Third
like,
place is
who
you're
gives
fired.
away a car?
I
So-
don't get it, man.
But it's pretty cool. I bet they got a lot of interest in it for sure. But good. Thanks for being here, man. Yours was one of the funnier clips I edited as well. So
Thanks. I
appreciate you
think I
being
might
here.
release it, kind of like an unlisted, like an Easter egg.
Do it.
I
I just played it now. This was
Right.
my first time to play it publicly, so it's out there. I uploaded it to use, so everybody can download it and use it on your own channel if you want to, or you're welcome to use my unlisted link too. It doesn't matter.
Well, so I know
it belongs to everybody.
what
So-
I was trying to say is I'm going to release it, full on public for sure. But I think in the comments, I'm going to release my whole video. So in comments, I'm going to put a link, and it's going to be an unlisted video, so it won't show
Zack
up
Snyder
in the
edit.
video.
Yeah.
It won't
Okay.
show up in the main video if you go to your, let's
Sure.
say, your YouTube channel.
Right.
But
Right.
if people are interested, they could go look at that Easter egg. Everyone
Cool.
could do that. That could be fun because then everyone sees everyone's full cut.
That'd be
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. My full cut sucks though. That's okay. Hey, okay, Craig, what's going on, man? How are you?
Oh, all's well. Hope everyone's doing well. You too. Jealous of that trip you took. Well, it doesn't look like I'm moving down to the Houston area. The child decided to go to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo for architecture.
Where in the world
She
is
had
that?
a choice between that and Berkeley. I told her she went to Berkeley, she'd be disowned. And
Ooh.
But she wants to be an architect, and I'm sure not going to stand in the way. And I now have some weekends free for more filming because the youngest child started her job today. So they're all gainfully employed.
How cool is that?
Nice.
So now I have
That is
2
great.
people wrapping burritos at Del Taco.
Cal Poly is beautiful out there. It's right by Pismo Beach. You can camp,
yeah.
you can drive right on the beach. They got dunes, so that's fantastic.
That's cool.
I used to go to Camp Roberts up there all the time when I was in the California Nasty Guard. And yeah, so she's looking forward to that. She did search, and they do have a ham radio club that she's going to be joining. So she's looking forward to that one as well.
Good.
So other than that, channel's marching towards 6,000 subscribers. So almost there.
Excellent. It's, yeah. So Hayden broke 8,000 earlier. Was that today or yesterday?
Yeah, today.
So, awesome. Congrats.
Thank you to the Toads.
Yeah, that's right.
We got Hayden over the top, and we got K and MRD over the top.
That's right.
Toads gets it done.
Yeah, buddy.
KMRD's always over the top.
Doug in the chat, Doug in the chat's asking, who does soda in the summer? And I was going to say anybody who not on a summit in Texas, but then I remember we don't have summits in Texas. So, pretty much, I mean, it's nice and chilly up there. Kind of, it seems like soda in the summer would be a welcome change. I don't know.
I have earned summer bonus points on a peak in California while wearing a puffy down jacket because it was like in the low 40s. It was at 13,000 feet. So
well,
it gets hot though. You get that sun beating down on you in a clear
and
day,
get hot.
and it's whew.
Yep.
I remember being hot going up Pacifico, but once we got to the peak, it was cold.
Well,
Or
because we had
chilly.
trees.
It was chilly.
We had
but-
trees up there though. That's
True.
why. We
Yeah,
had the
yeah.
coverage. It was great. But once you get higher up and you lose that tree line, ooh, buddy, it gets it gets toasty.
Now, Adam,
True.
one rule I've heard and I often forget is you can only activate a summit once per calendar year, right?
That's
Correct.
right.
Yeah.
You-
So
you
like
can only
POTA,
get-
you can keep hitting it.
Yeah, you can only get points for it.
Yeah,
POTA,
you get a
can-
repeat offender award.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
POTA is the lazy man's way to ham radio, and that's why I love it so much. So
for sure,
it is. It's great. So
From the
all right, let's go.
car.
Let's move on to Kyle. What's up, dude?
Hello.
How's St. Louis?
It's still here. We the arch has not
that's good.
tipped over. How about that?
Right on.
That's all good. That's all good. So you're gonna do? Did you decide on a time for your live stream?
No, I have not.
Okay.
So in the next probably 3 or 4 days, I'm going to do a live stream about Node-RED. So if you want to learn how to program Node-RED for your ham shack, I'm going to do a whole video series on Node-RED and doing stuff for ham radio. And I'm not a programmer, so you don't have to be a programmer to do this.
Well, are you going to use the Flex?
There are some flows for the
Yeah.
Flex, but I'm going to
Yeah.
keep this radio agnostic. So
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
talk to Rhea in the chat because she's a Node-RED expert from what I'm told.
Whatever she just poured looked really weird.
Cream. I'm gonna say it was cream soda.
No, it looks like apple cider vinegar. I'm waiting to watch a drink.
Oh,
I'd say it's Fago, but she's in New Jersey.
I like a good Fresca.
Cola.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Okay. Good.
Jamaican cola.
Cola champagne.
Is
Huh.
is that the bubblegum flavored stuff?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's also
Bubblegum.
like
Yeah.
Peruvian a little bit. Peruvian. Is that the same kind of?
No, this is Jamaican. So this is Desnos and Geddes,
Okay.
D&G. So it's actually available in the supermarket. You can actually get it. I got it from ShopRite. Desnos and Geddes actually is the same company that makes Red Stripe beer. So they make sodas too.
Yeah.
So it's Jamaican, so it has rum in it, or what?
Not yet. Probably good with
I
rum.
wish.
yeah.
You could put rum in it. It's good.
Actually,
with
her
rum.
rum has a little bit of that soda in it.
That's right. Yeah.
And did I see a last man standing mug there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I caught that. I caught that.
I could be wrong. Rhea, you've activated the LMS set, right?
Yes, I've been on a set. I was on a set in I think it was October 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I had a blast. I mean, John invited me because I was associated with his counterparts, Great South Bay Amateur Radio Club in Long Island, and they were looking for operators. They say, well, I know this chick named Rhea. She could come out and run a pileup. I'm like, cool. You know?
Okay, so short segue there. After watching, whose video was that? Where it was Carlos, Tio, and Leah all at the park. Whose video was that? Whoever's video was that on Thursday Night Ham Radio last night.
Multiple videos.
Carlos.
It was Carlos's video, right? I was thinking it was his. Okay, so new T-shirt design that I added today. It says having the YL call CQ adds 6 dB, and it's got a microphone next to it. So
Actually,
I love it.
that's actually a thing.
Awesome.
So
Actually, it adds 600 contacts. That's what.
well, or that.
We activate faster than K8MRD does.
That's right.
I don't know about that. You guys were kind of going a little slow there.
I don't know.
It had half activated by the time Leah got the antenna set up.
Yeah, Leah looked a lot like Mike, or maybe Mike looks like Leah. When they both activate, do the same thing. They're like.
Leah did that when she was speaking to her fan on the air.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. She did.
She fangirled herself. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to Tom. By the way, Tom and Kyle, both of you, when I was on my road trip, I listened to Dennis's podcast of interview of each of you, each of your episodes. You both did very well, I thought.
Thank you.
It was good information. So, Tom, what's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, everyone. Yeah, Dennis does a great podcast. He leads the guests along pretty well, and they're all pretty interesting. Not too much. I worked on that trailer that I pulled home the other day. I worked on that today. I opened up. There's a big storage box on it, and I opened it up. And after a very short amount of time, I quickly realized I should have a respirator on because that thing had so much mold inside there. It was
wow.
Oh, it was disgusting. They had put old styrofoam in the bottom to add padding because they put the metal legs and stuff in there, the braces for the tower. And I literally peeled that out. I mean, it was just. Ugh.
So it smelled like a ham fest.
Oh, it's bad. Yeah.
One way to put it.
Hamfest are not that bad. You know, QuakeCon and a couple of the other conventions.
Got a little bullet gun.
Wow.
Yeah. I've
Got
been
a
to
little
QuakeCon.
bullet bourbon gun.
Yeah. Bullet bourbon. That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Go to.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for being here tonight. All right. New guest on the stream tonight is Jarrett. Jarrett, I interviewed Jarrett on my lunchtime live stream last Wednesday. Hopefully everybody saw that. He is the creator of the Hammers app.
He is the coolest guy in ham radio right now.
Yeah,
Straight
no
up.
doubt. Yeah,
Thank you.
No, that's a ridiculous statement. I'm sitting here looking at this grid of people, and I'm just like, guess which one doesn't belong, and it's me.
Nah, dude, the backbone man.
We lowered the requirements drastically when we asked Frank to come on, so you're all good, man. It's good.
I knew that was coming.
Boom. Hey, Chuck, it's good not to be Frank anymore, right?
See,
Yeah.
See who runs your back.
Buy a Yaesu, Frank, and you'll get it all.
That's right. Thanks for being here, man.
Thanks
Glad
for
to
having
have
me.
you.
It's awesome. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and it's really cool that Jim's your grandfather. So
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a very you won't know it, but the man's a genius and a polymath like you couldn't imagine. Like he flies planes and he's done every freaking job in the world, and he's just an absolute genius.
He's really, really nice dude too. I
yeah.
don't know if you caught that part, Frank, but AB5XS at the Hearst Club is his grandfather.
That's my
you were
papa.
talking, but I did not know which person you were when I caught that on the live stream. And sorry I couldn't join y'all. Work actually
That's all
called
right.
me in that day, and I was like, "Oh,
That's all right." Cool. Thanks for being here, Jarrett.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Love
Feel
talking
free
to programmers.
feel free to pipe up anytime you want to. It's an open forum.
Awesome.
T.O., what's up, buddy?
We just finished working on a Shari build. I've got like half of the project here.
Did you guys did anyone get it finished? That's the Pi Hat. I didn't do the Pi Hat version. I did the USB version.
We didn't get it finished. We got to drill holes in the case so the case will close, and we've got to do the software load. And I don't know. Frank started putting his headers on upside down, and I got some.
I'll take some responsibility for that one.
we caught it though, and that's kind of what you do at a build club meet. You know, you kind of put stuff together, and you get some new advice, and Frank's got some new tools to buy, and
oh yes,
we'll figure this out.
Well, I expect to hear all of you on All Star very soon. Kyle and I are going to do another couple live streams on All Star. It's a really fun mode. I took that Sherry Pie, whatever call it thing that I built. It's not the hat. It's the other one. It's the USB one. I took it on my road trip and was chatting on it while on the road. So it works pretty darn well. So
you and I had a couple of conversations.
Yeah,
I think you were in North Carolina whenever
we were sitting in the Walmart parking lot waiting on the guy. I came back out because I was going to check on the dog. She was in the truck. Everybody's in there buying chips and crackers or something. So that's when it was. But
nice.
Yeah, works good.
Excellent.
So cool.
Question
Thanks for being here, man.
Question in the room. What app did Jarrett create?
Oh, I just answered it. It's Hammers.
Yeah,
Hammers.
Good stuff.
Oh yeah,
Hammers.
Hammer
Fantastic POTA logging software. Go give it a try. It's totally worth every penny.
Let's get this straight. Is it called Hammers or is it called HamRS?
I mean, like, yeah, it's called. I've heard it both. I didn't really think about it. It's called. No, I called it Hammers. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What's the RS stand for?
It's ham radio software. It's nothing. I just smushed words together. It's like, hey, that domain's available.
Okay.
It's the best.
It's called Bloodhammer.
That domain's available. There you go.
Bloodhammer.
You do it.
You're sure though? You're sure that's not called Hamas, right?
Yeah, I've had a few people on my forums from my I went to school for the design, and they're like, your logo looks like Hamas, and I was like, I don't think about Hamas as much as y'all do, I guess.
I don't logo. I'm willing to take submissions.
Yeah, it's both for logging POTA and creating your own terrorist cell. So,
it's a dual purpose.
It's hey, yeah. We should clarify. Allegedly, that's not
allegedly.
It doesn't do this. I'm kidding.
This is my channel, so you guys just be careful what you say. Say what you want to about terrorist cells on your own channels.
Somebody's getting a knock on their door in the morning.
We heard you made the Hamas app. What? No, what?
Be careful with Mexican Coke too.
Yes, yeah, that was the topic last time. Sheesh. Cool.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn, Frank. Go ahead.
Welcome to Tank Radio and all these other guys. Thank you for coming on to my stream. But I am trying to push for my 1,000 subscriber mark. I'm at 730 something, so I want to push up to that 1,000K. That'd be awesome to hit. Thank you for everyone who's already subscribed to my channel. And I enjoy doing this, just making stuff and seeing how it puts together. And I like to do deep dives on what I find topics and just explain the basics and build up from there. And after we have a good foundation, we could do some cool stuff. So far I've done satellites and I built a solar battery thing. And other than that, I don't know what the next big project is.
That solar, I hit you up in Discord after you did that one about building your CPAP, and I think you did really well on that. I must admit, I was he did that testing right and polarization of the 12-volt adapter right.
Hold on.
Like, that was good.
Where we are on the stream, Jason said Frankie did something right. I'm gonna have to cut that out.
Hear it.
I did.
Clip.
The other shirt that I asked my T-shirt designer to make today is one that just says "Shut up, Frank."
No, please,
and I'm
not that one.
I'm gonna send Kat a bunch of those. So,
but
yeah,
there you go.
We need to get some Tank Radio shirts out there.
Yes, yeah, I've sent that over. In fact, Hayden, I've got your stuff ready. I'll hit you up later about that.
I definitely want a "Shut Up, Frank" shirt as well.
Frank, what's your? You said you like to build stuff. What's your favorite tool you got in the shack?
Oh, I just got a new toy, and it is the crimper for the power pools, and I'm looking forward to using it.
You haven't used it yet? Oh my god!
Someone special sent it to me. Oh, I got some, and I got a build for it coming up. A small video I'm going to shoot with it. I can't wait to do it.
Nice.
But thank you.
I used mine about 100 times today.
Nice.
I may have built something really cool.
Ooh,
come over to my house.
That. It looks good
more times.
Sweet. Nice. Very good. Okay. Josh, you're next. Thanks for being here, man. It's been a while since we've seen you on a Friday before.
Yeah, actually, I'm working or I'm with the kids or whatever. So I was able to make it.
Don't your kids have a scout thing usually on Fridays or something, right?
They do. It was last week. It was Pinewood Derby weekend last week, so I got that out of the way. So that was nice.
Good.
There's a real science in that.
No, oh man, you go listen to the podcast. We talk all about it. It's basically me complaining about how they ban you doing anything, but just putting the weight on the car. Like you can't even use graphite in this group.
No,
Really? I'm not even kidding.
Is this a California thing?
I have no idea.
California.
I have no idea.
It's a California legal Pinewood.
Yeah,
Derby.
graphic's not allowed.
For sure.
Graphic's not legal in California.
I came up with it's for everybody that likes Vonnegut. It's the Harrison Bergeron of Pine Radio, or
that is an awesome stuff
of Pinewood Derby cars. Like it is, everybody has to be 100% equal. Nobody can put in any extra work scientifically to get an advantage or anything. Horrible.
Disappointing.
Very disappointing. Very, because there's a whole STEM thing that they just completely missed out on by not letting
aerodynamics and I mean the whole 9 yards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a participation trophy.
Yeah, really. Today, yeah, really quick, I'll just mention, I did stop by HRO today. I had to pick up a battery for an HT and some doodads that are going in a video. Then I went to Lowe's, picked up some wire, which, you always have to have wire. And then I stopped by a store. I'm just going to say store because I'm doing a Willet antenna for the store. Not that I'm gonna turn this store into an antenna, but I'm gonna go buy stuff. And
done before anyway.
Yeah. and so something hopefully fun is gonna be in the works. So yeah, that was what I did today, and we'll find out if it works on Sunday.
Nice.
Sweet, good. Yeah, I know Matt's on your stream on Sunday. That I'm
Saturday, tomorrow
or Saturday. Yeah,
Yep.
That's what I meant. So good. Thanks for being here, man. It's good to have you back.
Thank you.
Wow. HRD Sean, what's going on, man?
Oh, what's going on? Hey, thanks for having me on here tonight, man.
Yeah,
it's good to see you guys. I've been gone for a few weeks, and I don't know if you heard about the venture, but I'm selling essential oils now, and
I heard about that.
Wait, not really, real? But
no, it's real.
Not real.
Yes,
No,
it's
come on.
real. It's real.
Of course it was real, but then today we found out that essential oils may cause seizures, so I figure I better get out of that business and come back to ham
I
radio.
got the last bottle right here.
Just as long as Frank doesn't have it.
But that's about it, and just kind of been working on building this homemade DX Commander, the Lieutenant. What do we call it? The Lieutenant
Dude.
The Lieutenant Dude, and hopefully it'll be ready tomorrow.
Lieutenant Dude.
Yes. Hopefully it'll be ready tomorrow. It's been a fun build, and
gonna kick butt.
Yeah, it'll be a sense of pride to finish it for sure.
Does bacon grease count as an essential oil?
I do have one that's bacon greased flavored, and there is a little bit of bacon grease in there too.
You put a little behind your ears, just to
you put in a diffuser,
maybe on your
That's
wrist.
the one you
drinks
put
it
under
like
your.
T.O.
Yeah, you put it under your arms, but if you do put that one on a connector, you get 4 dB. And of course, that
4 dB. Huh.
That ham radio outlet car would be a lot better with a ham radio dude sticker on it. Boom. So maybe
it'd be better with stickers from all of the YouTubers on
Wouldn't
it.
it,
I mean,
though?
just plaster it.
Wouldn't it though? And really, it would
So-
show a lot of support to the YouTube channels too.
That's right.
I don't think I'm getting over in 10 days to pick it up though.
You can
You
get
don't
over
want
here
it
in 10
anyway.
days.
Swimming,
Hayden, but
buddy.
Driving it home might be a challenge for you, though. So
I'll stick with the 7300.
All right.
I can pick it up and park it at my place until you
I was
can
gonna
get
say,
it.
I'll pick it up for you and I'll ship you my 7300. How's that?
I pretty much
Acting
already
like it's a
work there by
prize.
now.
right.
Big
All right,
shout out to 9mm Freedom Lover. Just got his call signed today. Congratulations, buddy.
Congrats.
Hey, good.
Awesome.
Good deal.
It's
Nice.
a great name too.
That is a great name. Very true. All right, Matt. 84MQ, the kind of our head honcho for the Ham Radio DX or Ham Radio Adventures thing last time. This is your Belgian triple. So if I start drooling on the keyboard, that's why. This thing's a 10.5% ABV. And it's fantastic. I've already finished it actually. It's all I got left. So thanks for being here, Matt. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Just woke up, getting ready to make something for breakfast and get my day started. So be the same thing tomorrow. I got to get up early tomorrow, but I was joking with you that I won't be drinking beer. I'll be drinking energy drinks.
No, that's
with
okay.
y'all tonight.
That's all right.
But
yeah,
it was a fun trip. I'm glad that finally carbonated. It took
it did.
It took an extra week to really pop, but I actually had one of those before I went to bed. It's hits you a little hard.
Yeah. Well, I shared one of the marshmallow stouts with Frank when we were in Long Island. So I kept the second one for myself. It's in the fridge. But I got 3 of these, 2 left. And so I was like, man, that one's really good too.
So, but you know, still getting the shack and everything put back together from tearing it apart, and I'm adding a Heil microphone to the shack. So, it just, you know, slowly trying to get myself back up to, you know, normal with the into my sleep schedule and that. After, you know, it's amazing what 4 days will do to you when you know, pop down and, you know, try to hang out with your friends, smoke a couple pork shoulders, drink some beer, make some contacts. So
totally. Yeah, for those wondering, Matt, he works overnight. He's not actually in Australia with Hayden. That's why he said good morning. So to him, it's morning.
Yeah, it's like it you know, I work at I guess I work like graveyard or thirds or something, but it's definitely different, and but the roads are a lot less people on the roads during there. Hey Josh,
That's
what
good.
are you drinking? That looked like a hazy something.
It is. It's the Rogue Bat Squatch. That Bat Squatch. Bat Squatch. It's that damn Bat Squatch. It's actually not bad. It does. They actually have a little flavor profile star on the back, which is kind of cool. It's on the citrusy side and tropical, which is actually my least favorite IPA. I like IPAs that taste like a pine tree. I want to feel like I have a pine cone in my beer when I'm drinking.
Dude, you
IPA.
gotta which can I get that in Texas? I need that inside.
Yeah,
of me.
Rogue's got to be everywhere. Rogue's
I haven't seen
Rogue's,
Rogue.
yeah.
Which
Rogue
IPA was that? Citrusy, and that's right up my alley.
Citrusy and tropical.
Yeah,
It's that Bat Squatch.
I gotta look for that. I gotta look for
Rogue's
that.
everywhere, dude.
Yeah,
No,
I've
that's a
had
great
Rogue.
name.
I don't generally look for Rogue though. I'm gonna have to look for
No,
that.
everything
I
I've had
think
by
they're
Rogue
Portland.
is just kind of all right.
Yeah.
I've never had anything that's fantastic. I tell you what though, Mike, I don't know when I'm going to see you again. Maybe next, you know, I might come down and see you next week actually. But I've got two hazies that Matt brewed, and I don't do hazies really. So is that your thing or no?
Is it beer? Then
It's
yes.
beer. Yeah.
I'll drink anything.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Okay.
But yeah, no,
Okay.
I've dude, I used to be in the
might
craft beer industry. I've
I know
tried
that.
so many
I know
freaking
that.
beers, but I
But you-
enjoy the more citrusy IPAs because just from being born in Florida and having grapefruit trees in your front yard,
Mhm.
and lemons and limes and all that stuff, I can just eat a lemon. I love them. I just citrus
not
is.
lemons. I do.
I love it.
I do a lime, but not lemon. So
Yeah.
okay, I might bring you
I
these
can do that.
hazies then.
Yeah, I'll
I
take 'em.
tried. You know what? I tried it. I tasted one because he made some for. I think it was NAYO that he made some for, and they were pretty good for a hazy. I'm just not a big IPA fan. I mean, I was like, yeah, I would probably drink that on a really hot day. So I don't know, but I'll share the love a little bit. So.
And
Cool.
Josh, you'll in the next sampler pack, you'll be getting one of the hazes.
Yeah, I heard there might be some mead in there too, which really made me excited.
Yeah, yep. I just got a.
Are you making mead, Matt?
He's making mead. Yeah.
I made a mead that's 18% honey mead, and it's been sitting since I racked it into storage in right before Christmas.
Okay.
So it's just now really starting to be like really smooth and fantastic. It's not taste
What
like
kind of
rocket
honey
fuel.
did you use?
Clover. So I used
Honey for
clover
bees.
honey. I used orange peel. It has it's clover and orange peel. I was going to use orange blossom honey, but I couldn't get it at the time.
Orange blossom
honey. The next mead I do, I'm going to do orange blossom honey, and I'm going to use D74 yeast and try to get it at about 15. I did not mean to go to 18%.
You use champagne yeast.
Yep, I used champagne yeast, and it ate
It'll gobble
everything,
up.
but
It'll gobble it all up. Yep.
Oh no, the specific gravity on that mead is 995. So it went 100% dry. But with the nice thing about it is with the fermented honey flavors, it's not. You still get like the honey, because you expect honey to be sweet. You get the flavors, and it's like this weird. It's not dry. You just have this interesting flavor. So, and Josh like disappeared.
Yeah. Mead is good. In fact, I think I was in a beer store in New York, Mike, and there was some bee nectar on the shelf there.
It's all over the place.
So yeah, it's not down here. I can't get it down here.
I haven't seen it, although I go to Specs and I go to the beer section and I get my Founders is here. That's all I care about. But
yeah, Founders.
Yes,
Founders.
my brother owns one of the biggest meaderies in the world called Bee Nectar. The letter B, Nektar. So if you drink Bee Nectar, you're drinking my brother's mead.
That's right.
So yeah, I've had a couple meads in my day.
Yeah.
So yeah,
really cool place to go. All right, let's move on to Rhea. She is next. Good evening. How are you?
Well, good evening. I hope everybody can hear me. Yeah, I'm doing good. I've been busy. Let's see. I have a few videos coming up actually.
Good.
One of them is I went to my friend Sam's house and we did a whole drone shoot of his antennas, an inspection of the tower. So I'm going to put that up. I'm going to also do one of mine too. It is antenna maintenance season. The other one, it's kind of a surprise. I'm going to talk about why you can't stand in front of a microwave oven and mutate. Okay.
That ought to be good.
You can't. I've been trying so hard.
That sounds like a good video for me.
You're already there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why you can't do that? But actually, it's pretty cool. I'll give you a hint. It has to do with some things that radio amateurs will need to be aware of soon. So those are two things that are coming down. And, like I said, welcome to the shack. You can see my spiffy plaques here. You can see my flex radio going. And we're here having a ball.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. It's always good to have you on.
I'll warn you now, my
right,
Padawans are going to watch your why you can't stand in front of a microwave videos.
Yeah.
That's a good subject there.
It is. It is a good subject.
Oh, we just talked about cooking people with Yagi antennas yesterday.
Well, this one's all kind of antennas.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be an X person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to Joe Brett Joe. What's up, man? I actually worked Brett on 3 or 4 different POTA activations. He was always out there calling back to me when I was calling CQ POTA. So
I could hear you pretty good till you got to Alabama, and then you were too close to me. So
okay. Well,
I couldn't hear you.
Alabama.
So yeah, we was gonna come out here tonight, turn the radio on, and watch y'all and operate some radio. And then I seen all these squares you had, and I said, just how many can he get? So I thought I'd pop in and also get a kind of a preface for a little Huntsville greet there. So I kind of imagine this will be a small kind of part of it.
Huntsville is going to be, I was telling the guys at Gigaparts, and actually David Minster emailed me today and asked me if I was going to Huntsville. And I said, yes. And he goes, do you know if any other YouTubers are going? And I kind of laughed and I was like, yes. Yes, we are. We're going to destroy Huntsville.
Can we do a show of hands? Can we do a show of hands of who's going to Huntsville right now? There is a lot of people going to Huntsville.
There's a lot of people going to Huntsville.
And I should say Huntsville. Huntsville. I catch that's a California problem. It's Huntsville.
Still got a pronounce Huntsville.
Yeah.
Huntsville.
Huntsville. No.
I am driving and taking my RV, and I think T.O. is going to be in the park with me. We're going to stay at Montesano State Park, and I think there's going to be 6 of us there.
Yeah, I'll be.
Something like that.
I'm right next door
than that.
Well, but I mean 6 of us with RV campers.
Oh yeah.
The last time he
20 of us.
Yeah, I think he said there was going to be last count he counted 24 people or something like that.
Nice.
Because I announced it on a live stream 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I got 3 Discord DMs almost immediately. Hey, where are you staying? And I said, site number 46, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll book the one next to you." Okay,
can't have that one. I'm already in the one next to you.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's gonna be We're gonna show Huntsville what ham radio is all about.
That's great that you're driving too. So if I buy anything, I can just send it home with you.
Yeah.
And eventually.
Yeah. No, that's totally cool. Yeah.
How do you think I got my batteries from here to Virginia and back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah. That was a fun road trip. So Cool. Okay. Thanks, Joe, for being here. And Brett, Joe, whatever you're going by today. Appreciate it. You came up as Joe on my Hammers app. So if you have a problem with that, you need to talk to Jarrett. He's right there.
So far, we've got Joe.
You need to talk to QRZ.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I know.
Joe, Brett, and thanks to T.O., we got Brojet now, so.
Brojet.
It's just whatever.
Okay. All right, cool, man. Thanks for being here. Adam, you're next on my screen. What's up, man?
Not too much. How you guys doing? Good to see everybody in the stream tonight. Got quite a crowd. I've got Mephistopheles Stout from Avery here. This
Avery's
probably wins for the ABV. This is a 14.666. So it's yeah.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
That.
Yeah.
But
Somebody
it's a good one.
14.65 earlier. I just want to know.
I found one in North Carolina called Holy Hand Grenade.
Oh yeah,
and
That's good, too.
it has a skull on it. It has a skeleton with like a hand grenade on it. A perfect KMRD type beer.
Shouldn't have a rabbit on it. It should have a rabbit.
Yeah, you would think so, right? Honestly, I was kind of disappointed with it. I thought it was a little flat on flavor. It just wasn't very flavorful. So I'm gonna let them sit in the fridge for a couple months and try them again.
Yeah.
Because I bought a 6-pack, so I only drank one, and I was like, Holy Hand Grenade should taste a lot more than this, and it just doesn't. So I'm gonna let it sit a little bit. But but cool. I've seen that Mephistopheles on the shelf. I have never tried one. So
yeah, it's a little on the sweet side because it's I think bourbon barrel aged. But it is pretty darn good.
Cool.
Avery's. I had this is when I was working for my brother. They have one called Maharaja.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, that is good.
Yeah.
It's been years since I've had it, but that beer stuck with me. I was like, that's
what kind of beer is it? Is
it was an IPA.
An IPA.
I saw it on the shelf the other day, and it was insanely expensive. I was like, this was when I'm on like the you get your per diems working in the alcohol industry. So you just,
yeah.
I think I was in Raleigh, North Carolina. My brother was paying, so I'm just down in these Maharaj.
That's awesome. Oh gosh. Okay. Cool. Thanks. Okay. Well, some of you switched places. I think Dixie DX is next. Kat.
You mean I'm finally here? I'm finally next?
Yeah. Well, you joined last. You were the last one to join, so you're at the bottom of the screen. So yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
How are you?
I am doing good. How are you?
I'm fine.
So should we let the cat out of the bag, or should we not let the cat out of the bag?
No, you go ahead.
Do it.
Go ahead and say what you want to.
Do it. Okay. I met Jason the other day when he was in Huntsville. So
That's
sorry
right.
to everybody who was disappointed not meeting him. I actually got to meet him. And Electra.
Yeah. And Electra, yeah, got to meet the dog. So the
Oh,
dog
yeah.
approved. So Cat's all good because the dog approved of her.
So was Jason shorter than what you expected, or?
I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, that's okay. You can say it. Everybody
That's
says
a yes.
that. Yeah, that's a yes. Everybody says that.
No. I kind of figured he was. I'm very good at doing that. So
Yeah.
for everybody's wondering what I'm drinking a Kenny's Island Cooler at Texas Roadhouse.
Is that where you are? Okay. I couldn't tell where
That's
you
where
were.
I'm at, because I'm here with my niece and I'm here with
Roadhouse.
my youngest.
Ah, okay, cool. Well, thanks for joining us.
So, well, you're welcome. I
Yeah.
couldn't miss it.
Yeah, good.
It's on the edge out here. It'll fall down.
And I still have to upload my video to YouTube. I haven't edited yet. I've been kind of lazy. I'm sorry.
So are they like, Mom, you're on YouTube again, or oh my God, you're on YouTube? This is so cool.
No. Peyton's like, I don't care. He's over here like on Snapchat, TikTok, or I don't know.
Something else. Something subpar on YouTube. Something sub YouTube importance. But yeah.
I feel the last time Kat was here, she was at Texas Roadhouse.
I was.
Yes.
It's very possible.
He's getting a kick.
Very
out.
possible.
Is this
Well,
becoming
you'll
a thing?
He has to
you'll
show
either-
off an appetizer every like 15 minutes. Oh,
Where's
did
that bloomin'
my-
onion?
Did my this come? Oh, this
Is
looks
that
amazing.
the place that has those amazing dinner rolls with like that butter?
Yes,
honey
it's
garlic.
the
Oh my God.
honey.
Like-
it's the cinnamon honey butter.
Yeah.
What it is.
You can just go there and get those rolls, you don't even need a steak. Just get a couple cocktails and those rolls. Oh
Unfortunately, I'm getting a steak.
We need a steak too.
Unfortunately.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
of course I live in Decatur, so we'll be in Huntsville. So I'm planning on staying with a friend of mine in Huntsville for the Huntsville Ham Fest.
Cool. Yeah. So Mark, I forget his name, forget his call sign. Mark, the head honcho in charge of Huntsville, is going to come on to a live stream of mine, I think around late July. And he's going to give us an update on all the happenings and what we can expect to see. From what I'm told, Steve Molo is on the board or something. And
he is. He's on the board. He is.
Yeah. And he said that
I'm part of Heart as well.
Okay. He said that like a month ago when I asked him about Huntsville, he said they were almost sold out. So I was talking to Chris at Buddy Pole. He and I were talking on the phone yesterday, I think it was. And I was like, dude, are you going to Huntsville? He's like, I don't know. Do you think it'll be big? I'm like, if you don't have a table by now, dude, you may be out of luck. I'm like, it's going to be huge because it's going to be record setting for Huntsville numbers. I know that for sure.
For sure.
Will it be bigger than Dayton? Maybe. Probably
I bet
not.
it will. I bet it.
This year it probably will.
Well,
I will
it
not.
probably will due to the fact that Dayton didn't happen.
Yeah,
So.
wait a minute.
Nothing's happened. Nothing's happened.
Nothing's happened.
You
Yeah.
think
So
30,
like the last time, yeah.
you think 30,000 people are going to show up at Huntsville?
Yes, I think it's totally
Yeah.
possible. I think it's
I-
totally possible.
We haven't had a ham fest in like how many of us are just itching
18 months.
But-
18
to
months
go?
ish. Yeah.
We all
Only
got
problem-
together in 2019
But
and we're like,
but
yeah,
hang
we'll
on,
do it again
hang
next
on,
year.
hang on. There's a subset of people that still do not want to hang around large groups.
There's a subset of
Yeah, I'm
people that
one
don't
of
want to
them.
hang around
It's
us.
called being an introvert.
It's not. It's not us.
still.
It's
Yeah,
other-
no,
it's
Kyle,
other
you're
people.
right. Kyle, you're right. You're right. Also,
who's
I
the
think
introvert?
Me.
no. I think just from like COVID, like there's still people
Yeah.
that even if they have their vaccines, they still want to be safe and away from. I get that. I understand. Yeah.
I got my first shot, so
I got my second yesterday, and I was dead until about 2 hours ago. And I feel better. My arm's still really sore, but
That's because the chip finally activated.
Yeah.
Right.
Now,
Right.
I see Bill Gates.
5G.
I see Bill Gates in my left eye. It's like superimposed, like a watermark. But now I know where north is at all times because I just point Bill Gates. It's it's got value.
I'm
Does the
surprised you didn't get
cootie
the
shot
Steve Ballmer,
count?
the Steve Ballmer chip.
Yeah, it just plays that part in Windows 95 where they introduce it and he comes out screaming.
You're right.
Playing over and over in my head. Get up! Like
Now-
that. That's all it's doing.
I have Clippy. Does nobody
I was just gonna say
else has
that anyone
Clippy?
have
Yeah.
Kill yourself.
Trying to go to bed last night, and he's like, "Looks like you're trying to go to sleep." And I'm like, "Fuck!" Or
Kill yourself right now.
Are we gonna make
I'm here
sure?
to help.
Are we gonna make sure we spread out everyone here getting vaccinated because we don't want to lose
There's
this
the-
video, YouTube.
Jared, there's the celebration for hammers when you get 10 contacts. Blood hammers is a great idea, but Clippy should just bounce across.
Clippy should bounce. You just activated the
You
perk.
got 10.
Or on the very first contact, have it bounce across. It looks like you're trying to activate.
looks like
a
you're
perk.
activating.
That is awesome.
that
I
would
would
be
take
awesome.
all of the things you guys just said. I would take 100 times a day over Steve Jobs in my eye. So if any of that would be fine with me, as long as it's not Steve Jobs.
Oh,
I'm good.
Clippy
So,
rolls out
no.
and
But
says,
he looks so good with his thumb on his chin.
Yeah.
Clippy rolls out and said, "Would you like to use 100 of my buddies to make an antenna?"
That's a buddy, Paul.
Yeah. And now Adam's like,
I did.
idea.
So Adam will do it. Adam will do it correctly because he'll weld every individual link of the paperclip together.
Yeah.
I did it. It even if you apply vertical weight on paper clips, there's still some kind of capacitance of the movement on the wind. It doesn't work right. You actually do need to fuse them.
Adam had a slinky once, but he straightened it, right?
That's right.
What is that from? Is that
Adam.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters? That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Ghostbusters. Egon. That's right.
What a great movie.
That was good. K9 KMV, the unlucky ham in the house. Thank you for the super chat. We also had super chats from this side of the radio, DX Mini, and somebody else earlier. Who was it? Diesel K5OOP. Thanks for the super chats, everyone. Appreciate that. Everyone
Unlucky
sticking
ham.
around.
Sounds like he needs to ham harder.
All right, yeah.
Where's
Good
my
game, apparently. What?
What?
I don't know.
No,
Somebody's
go ahead,
talking at the same time. Yeah, Ria.
Well.
Okay, no, I was gonna ask. Have any of you taken part in the SSB sprint contest?
No.
No.
A
Okay.
long time ago. A long
Right.
time ago.
It's been a minute.
And I won a T-shirt from that. I think like 3 years ago. Guess what showed up in the mail today?
A T-shirt from that.
Oh wow! I thought I was slow in shipping out my T-shirts.
Is this
Goodness.
like
I mean, that's
Wish?
like.
That's Ria, crazy.
I was so amazed. I was like, what?
Ria, why is contest sponsors so lackadaisical on getting awards out? It is an habitual thing on contest sponsors.
Because they probably have jobs.
Yeah.
You know what?
No,
3 years?
Josh,
You know-
we're talking about years. We're not
Okay,
talking
all
about
right, all right.
months. We're talking
Okay,
about
okay.
years.
So my wife used to run marathons, and she's done a marathon once or twice, and she's done a half marathon 5 or 6 times. When they send out the awards and the T-shirts from the marathon, same thing. It's like 6, 8, 9 months later, you get this T-shirt, and you're like, "Did I do that? Where is this from? Oh, February of 2018. Okay, cool, yeah."
What a nice
So-
surprise.
So,
Yeah.
I really appreciate it, though. I do appreciate it, and it with all my heart. Okay, so that when I win one, the next one they could send me another one.
Yeah.
But it was
In
quite a
2030?
surprise.
I once got in trouble.
Just once.
Oh, what happened? Did we lose him?
Yeah.
Jason, you're muted, dude. Lost your audio. He's probably talking on the repeater.
Oh, there we
Does
go.
that.
I'm
He was
back.
gonna-
I'm back.
okay.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. A lot of buttons over here.
Yeah.
So very early on to ham radio, early on to YouTube, I decided to go live. And no, I wasn't live. I think it was previously recorded, but regardless, did a little contesting. I think I made 20 contacts. And I was showing people, as much as I could. And I also clicked over to a web SDR. And I said, I'm really having a hard time hearing stations. There's other options. And I really didn't say if you can or can't. And I don't know if I even knew if you can or can't use a web SDR. So I put the video up. The video was okay, right? It was kind of weak. And it was like 3 months later, I got an email from the league saying, we need to know if you were using a remote receiving station, and your video here seems to show that you are. So I was like, that was just for demo, and I only made 30 contacts. So to appease the league, I removed the video.
Wow.
Just
it was either that or they're gonna completely remove me from the contest.
All right.
And I entered my
Curia.
Yeah. Well, or Good Game.
No,
Just
I
drop
will
Good
tell
Game's
you-
name
I
next
will
time.
I'll tell you exactly why they do that, because they have some big stations they actually made controversy with. Like one of them was, I shall not mention his name because then he's gonna have his minions flood me with angry emails. One of the
Minions?
guys
How do
who
I get
owns one of these
minions?
remote-
Oh, Josh,
these-
you have
these
minions.
you have
radio,
minions,
remote
don't-
radio outfits.
Josh, you have little hands.
Yeah,
need
he,
minions.
I do.
he ended up live streaming a contest operation, and he got they were discussing disqualifying him
Oh.
because it counted as self-spotting because you're not supposed to show people that you're on and where you are, and he made a big mess about that. Just to be clear, I'm still probably going to get angry emails. I have no opinion on that. That is gone. That's been resolved. He wrote an article for CQ magazine about his thing. That's great.
Well,
Sounds like
We
somebody who's really new to ham radio.
It was a good learning experience for me because I believe the rule states something about 1,000 meters. You can't have a receiving or transmitting station X amount of feet.
500 meters, I think.
Thank you. 500.
Circle.
So there you go. So heads up for
Circle.
people out there.
Yeah.
We don't have that problem here. We encourage self-spotting.
what I would recommend though is like, and this is my open letter to contest organizers, bring back the unlimited categories that you guys were experimenting with and just tossed in the dustbin
Here.
10 years ago, right? Let people do what they want, remote receiver on Mars if they want to, and let's see what it is. Okay, bring it back and let's see what the big guns do.
I got a nitro-powered 7300 I want to run.
With glass
packs. Most
with
of the
glass want to
content-
remote control that as well.
Most of the contests I've done have a category for spotter assisted or no.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, is that a thing or not? But I mean,
Now-
they could always make it a category.
Yeah, you can use the spots, but thou shalt not self spot, because
Right.
that is a sin that thou shalt not be absolved from.
Now, in the big contest, you cannot self spot, but check your local QSO party, your local contest. You might be able to spot, every time you get on the air. But the big contest that gets you registered for like WRTC and points and whatnot. Assisted or non-assisted, which means you can use the spotting network or you don't look at it at all.
Yeah, that's cool.
I just like YouTube assisted. YouTube assisted is the way I like to run.
The next one I'm looking forward to is the 6 meter sprint. I think the first full weekend of May. I think it's just 4 hours, which is kind of ideal for sitting on a soda summit. And I'll bring the 6 meter beam up. I think I may.
That'd be cool.
I'm going to try to finish. So I've got a 16 foot, basically a little over 16 feet, 5 meter boom that folds. And I'm going to turn that into a 6 meter beam, probably 4 or 5 elements. So it should do pretty well.
That's cool.
It'll be fun.
I think my 5 element 6 meter beam is 12 feet long. So yeah, you should be right in there.
Yeah.
Adam, you have a big soda. Adam, you have a big soda event in August, right?
Yeah, I've got a trip in August. I've got a trip the end of June. I think the June one is actually field day weekend.
Okay.
But the I think it's the last weekend in August as well, if I remember correctly.
Didn't we go September?
The 14th.
for
No,
our
he's
trip,
going
yeah.
somewhere high on the 14th. Adam is, and I was
Yeah.
going to try to also be on a soda.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah, so like I'm just throwing that date out there, right? August 14th. Do you know where you're going, Adam, or is that tentative?
I will be in the Bishop Pass area of the
Ooh.
Eastern Sierra. So we're planning to do Thunderbolt Peak, which is a 14er, but not a soda summit. And then there's a bunch of other 13ers around there. Mount Agassiz, for example, is a soda summit, 13.8 something, 896, I think. So it's just under, 14.
That's cool.
I'll be sitting
yeah.
at 3,000.
Yeah. Well,
I'll be on
I'll bet
I'll
we
be
can
on a
make it.
summit too.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
going to be on. Actually, you can't really call it a summit, but it is. It's a 10-point soda summit at the edge of the Grand Canyon. So I'll be doing a soda poda at the Grand Canyon. I was looking at my calendar. It's on that day. So cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
You said on August 14th?
Yeah. Is that the Saturday?
That's the Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the Saturday before Huntsville, actually.
Yes.
Are you going to be on top of the canyon this time, Red?
Yes, I am. Not down in it. I'm going to be up above. Yes.
That was such a great video you did, though.
It
going
was.
down there.
Yeah, that was
Oh my
that was
God.
fun. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's fun.
Hey, Red, are you North Rim or South Rim on that one?
We went down the south rim, but it was kind of really far to the west, down Hermit's Rest, which it's a little bit more difficult than the corridor trails and not as much traveled. So it was fun.
Do they view North Rim for sodas?
There's a soda on the North Rim, a soda peak on both sides. Yeah, there's actually a whole bunch of them that are like all along the canyon that I don't think anybody can ever get to. But
Yeah, North Rim it's a nice view looking out over towards Flagstaff and all that.
oh, it is. Yeah. Oh, I go do the rim to rim at least once a year, if not twice. So from the north to the south, not the other way. It's too hard the other way.
That'll be fun. Well, I think the one that who was it that said I thought that was in September. So we're all getting together to do a Parks on the Air that Adam is kind of somewhat hosting, or at least it was his idea. So actually September 11th is the date. I just realized that.
Oh, is it? Yeah, you're right.
Well, that's the Saturday. So
Yeah.
we're gonna do like Friday through Sunday or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Eastern Sierra.
yeah, Eastern Sierra.
Is that where it is?
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, up near Tioga Pass area. The
20
east
Lakes.
side of Yosemite.
It's the split difference between you and I, Jason, basically.
I was thinking Sierra like Tahoe, but got it. Yeah.
No, Eastern is more towards the south to start.
I just know it's in California. That's as much as information as I need.
Just big place.
405.
Big state.
Big place. Big state. Yeah.
Big place.
Yeah. So
when you go book airline tickets, does it just say CA?
Yeah.
Wherever you end up, whatever
Wherever you- yeah,
airport,
just wherever.
whatever. You just Uber from there.
Just Uber. Yeah. You
I
can
think
actually do that in
Reno-
Connecticut, but
I think Reno is the closest.
Yeah.
Hey, what
airport.
other states when you drive in they want to search your car for agriculture? California,
California.
Well, yeah, I mean other
Florida.
states, right?
Florida.
Wait.
Florida.
Florida.
Where?
No.
What are you talking
where
about?
Florida?
Not in Florida.
What are you talking about?
Every port of every expressway and road coming into the state of Florida, there are agricultural checkpoints because of the citrus crop.
Yep.
You're talking about if you're running a truck though, right? You're not talking
No.
about just
Well, car. No, they don't search cars. They search.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
search
I was gonna say,
truck-
I've never
But they'll if you're hauling even if you're hauling a U-Haul, you got to go in there. They don't search cars.
Yeah.
But like I've seen them. I've physically seen them chase down guys with pickup trucks and U-Hauls. They'll go. If you have a trailer, they will hunt you. They literally will go. They'll come hauling. They'll just haul out of the agricultural check stations.
Yeah.
It's like
They
a
always
vegan.
stop
pull
me.
you over.
They stop
Like a-
me in my motorhome all the time.
It's like a vegan Smokey and the Bandit hauling dragon fruit across the border.
Jason, you
Probably 'cause
get stopped
that
in
mustache.
California? In your
What's
motorhome?
that?
You get stopped in California in your motorhome?
Yeah, so if I go
Because he's
to,
got that mustache on.
Yeah, it must be the
right.
mustache.
Yeah, the
'cause I never
mustache.
do. I never
no, if
get
I
stopped
go
in
every time
California.
I go to Southlake, anytime I go to Nevada, like recently I came back from Vegas from my trip into Utah, and they're like, whoa, and I slow down, and it's kind of a pain to slow down. But they're like, where you coming from? How long you been there? What's inside? I'm just like,
What you got stashed in that mustache?
Yeah.
Yeah, this look all
This is
dodgy.
This is the part where K6UDA would talk about how he left California and came to the USA. I'm just gonna throw that in there.
Well, you know who
Good
else
riddance.
just left is about to leave California is Elk Antenna, who is also our ARRL
really?
section manager.
Is that right?
Where's he
And-
going?
Whoa.
And that was an interviewee, and he's like, I'm too busy, man. I'm sorry. I'm like, oh my god, sweating a little bit. So he's going to Wyoming. Big congrats to him. His name's Jim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wyoming.
Land of big low RF.
Yeah, he's gonna build a beautiful shop. He's gonna keep building the elk antenna, and I really do wish him the best. But man, he was such a solid guy. He was so close to me.
Wyoming's cool because you can be a DX station because the only ham in Wyoming is Katie Allen. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of a sought
her
after.
husband.
It's kind of and her husband. That's right. Yeah. So there's if you're not one of them, then
Yeah,
it's kind of a
And her-
sought
and
after
her
state.
mother.
You know, I recently went through Utah and I brought my HF stuff, and I was just jumping on 40 and 20 when I could with a buddy pole, and I had to look at my radio because I wasn't hearing any noise floor.
Yeah, is it on? What's going
I
on?
was like
So
Bryce.
awesome.
I was like Bryce Canyon
awesome.
and Capitol Reef. So if you're familiar with Capitol Reef or Bryce Canyon, you're kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But it was
I
it was beautiful.
I activate Wyoming when I go up and visit family every year, and it's first of all it's almost like DX because it's sought after, and then the noise floor. I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's awesome too because when you're using the Hammers app in Wyoming, when you activate it, it says you're the first person today that's activated Wyoming.
Yeah,
Clippy.
it's true though because there are first of all it's the least populated state in the union, only 500,000 in the whole state, and believe me, I've been up there many times looking for hams, and there just aren't many around. It's just very very sparse with the ham.
Well,
radio
there
operators up there.
was only so many call signs they could issue with WY in front, so they wouldn't let anyone else move into the state. That's what it was.
That's it.
So-
Population control for the call
right,
signs.
right. Yeah.
The
No, that would be a
windiest-
fun state to activate, I think, because just because. But there was 2 or 3 parks I was at this last week that I was like, checking my RF gain. Did I bump that knob? What is
Yeah.
that? There's no noise floor here.
It's
What is
crazy.
wrong with this thing?
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Back
wow.
to Wyoming real quick. This time it kind of ties in with the Reno flight to the Sierra Nevada thing. We bought our plane tickets to fly into Salt Lake, and then we went to go look for a rental car to drive to Wyoming, which is a 4-hour drive. And the airport was completely sold out. So we looked at the outlying areas. Several of them sold out, and come to find out, the rental car companies have sold off about half of their inventory to get through COVID. And now rental cars are very hard to find. So if you're planning on traveling this summer, make sure you be aware of that for sure. And also the Ubers and the Lyfts are also same story. So don't think you can count on that like you used to.
You know what you can't get either in California? You can't get a U-Haul truck to go to another state.
Yeah.
You have to fly to that state, drive the U-Haul to California, pack up, and then leave.
Wow.
It's bad.
So I'm going to have to, so now I'm reconsidering flying to Reno. Did you say Reno was the closest
Reno,
airport?
yeah.
Okay, so now I'm reconsidering flying, but if I drive my truck to California, I'm going to have to get someone to 3D print some license plates for me.
Yeah, you're going to get
with that
that.
sign on it, so it doesn't say Texas on the truck. So I might have to try that.
You're going to be on the east side of the state, though. They love Texas on the east side of the state. You're good.
But I know they love Texas on the
Yeah.
north side of the state. I've been all the way up the Pacific Coast Highway, man.
Yeah, of course.
I've told you guys my California story, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You
I know it.
Bring it on. I have heard it, but it's good.
Okay. Yeah, I know you've heard it, Josh.
I have,
Okay.
yes.
So my wife and I went to California 3 or 4 years ago, which we've been to several
I gotta
times.
get a beer. I'll be back.
For he didn't want to hear the California story. So
Heard it sometimes.
So she went and ran a half marathon in Napa Valley, which is a beautiful area.
It is.
Which she's
Wonderful.
done that 2 or 3 times. And she went and ran her half marathon that day. And we stayed in Napa Valley that night. And the next day we rented a car and we drove up the Pacific Coast Highway all the way through California into Oregon into Seattle. And that's where it took us like 4 days to get up there. We stayed in Northern California. We stayed in, I think it was Yachats, Oregon. I think it was Ferndale, California is where we stayed one night. Yachats, Oregon, which we went to we actually went to a craft beer festival in Oregon, which is a huge craft beer scene up there. Anyway, so once we get out in Napa Valley, we're driving. We're getting, beautiful redwood forest. We almost stopped. We should have stopped there. We didn't.
That's nice.
What's it called? What's the name of that forest?
King's something, or
King's
I mean,
Landing.
No,
it's the redwoods.
No.
It's the redwoods, and then also Sequoia, but that's further south.
Okay. Anyway, it was one of the
north
redwood
ones?
forests. Yeah.
Up north?
Yeah.
Kings Canyon.
Kings
isn't it?
Canyon.
Yeah.
Kings Canyon. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
That's in the Southern Sierra.
Yeah, Kings Canyon, Sequoia are butted up next to each
Mendocino.
other.
They're just south of
Mendocino
Yosemite.
area.
Okay. It was one of them. I don't remember which one. It was a little bit of a detour.
Oh,
We didn't take it. We should have. Anyway,
Three
so
Rivers.
I'm driving through California and it's all beautiful, like wooded area. And we get into a town and we're driving through the town. There's like 1 or 2 stoplights in the town. It's a very small town. And I was like, there's a gun store right there.
Oh yes, this is a
That's
good story.
strange.
Yes, this
That's
is a good
strange.
story. Yes.
Okay, so
yeah,
I got to
yeah.
keep going. Second town we got to, there's
Yep.
a gun store right there. So by the time we got to the third store, the third town with the gun store in California, I told my wife, I said, the next one I see, I'm stopping. I'm going to walk in the front door. I'm going to say, do you guys know you're in California? I mean, what is... so apparently, and I didn't really know, this was 3 or 4 years ago. Apparently the whole Cal exit thing is Southern California, and Northern California is actually very Second Amendment for the most part. So-
Anything east of the coast is very pro Second Amendment.
Yes.
Even Orange County, which is one city south of me, is very pro Second Amendment.
So you're west
Yeah,
of
I
the
think
coast, you're in
LA
the water over there? Or
Yeah,
what?
no,
I
I'm
don't get
coming
that.
to you from a boat. Actually, I am on a boat.
Okay. All right.
He's hiding on the back. He's hiding on the back.
Catalina wine mixer.
I just thought I thought, you know what? I was impressed and surprised at the same time. I'm like,
well,
are we in California? Do we
No,
cross
it's-
over into where are we?
So what
Jason,
Josh
don't
is
you
saying?
Jason, do you go over to Plano much? There's a riflegear.com over there. You familiar
Yeah.
with Rifle Gear?
Sure.
Yeah, they started over here in Fountain Valley by me.
Oh, okay.
Kind of amazing that they've survived this long.
Yeah.
California is pretty pro 2A. At least our new sheriff Don Barnes is.
Yeah,
It depends on the county.
If you
Depends
look
on
at
the county,
California,
LA
California
County's terrible.
California has more physical red areas, but all the blue areas have all the population.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So there's actually more red areas per se, but you get into LA, you get into San Fran, San Jose, all these huge metro places. Yeah, blue.
Same thing holds true for the United States at large.
That's actually pretty much true.
Jason,
yeah,
that
and
is
even the
true.
bigger metropolitan areas in Texas are sometimes a little bit more blue.
We need to be careful because we might run to California. Everyone's escaping to Texas, and I welcome everyone with open arms.
20 years.
I
But
do want
remember why you left.
I do want to
I
throw this
hate-
out here, though, is that I think there's a thought that just because it's like a red county or a blue county, it's going to be pro-gun, anti-gun, whatever. I think there's been a movement more towards people being personally responsible for their protection,
I think that,
regardless
yeah.
of their political affiliation. And I think that's a good
Yeah.
thing. I think that people are thinking about it. I think that's important. And so, again, I think there are a lot of preconceived notions about California that California appreciate. Let me just throw this down here. The entire Eastern Seaboard, all those states that you're familiar with, that's California, the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's no way that you can generalize a state that big that is the 6th largest economy in the entire world, right? So it's Jason makes a good point, and I know you're going to continue your story. It's a good one.
No, that
but
was it. I was done.
But you went in there and you talked to them, and they're like, no, we're very pro gun, and we've got gun ranges all over the place. We've got a gun club in Compton with a 100-yard underground shooting range.
That's cool.
I mean, underground shooting range. Yes, it's in Compton, California, right? I mean, it totally exists. Firearm enthusiasts are there. They're responsible, and they regardless of what state you live in, they exist.
Jason,
California is just certain counties. I mean, San Francisco, Sacramento, Los Angeles, Ventura.
It's like that here
San
too.
Diego.
We just take pot shots at California, and it's I mean,
Well,
it's
you can
because you
only
guys,
put-
it's
but
because
you
of
can
who all
only
you
put
people
in
vote
one
for.
You think
is what it
you
is,
think
but-
it's easy, but I'll fight you. This is the last Wild West state in the Union.
Yeah,
Like this is where the Wild West, like the reason Hollywood exists is because of the Wild West. The last
Define
three
Wild
state.
West.
That's true.
Well,
Let me
Texas
tell
has
you about
Austin,
New
so-
Jersey.
What's that? What's that, Ria?
I said, let me tell you about New Jersey.
Yeah.
because
Oh
it's
man.
gonna blow your mind.
Yeah. Nobody
okay?
can hold a candle to those gun laws.
I think
I lived
Well,
in New
no,
Jersey
no.
for
So-
10
so-
months.
Goodness.
Oh my god.
The landscape in New Jersey is actually quite interesting. People might think that all of New Jersey is this big, homogenous thing. So if you look at a map of the way that people vote and how the issues are, you have Hudson County, which is near to New York City, which is the most, I would say, leaning left side. So they would support all the anti-gun stuff. Then you have the other areas that are close to New York City. The areas west of the New Jersey Turnpike and the Garden State Parkway, like where I live up in the extreme northwest. It gets more toward, support. I guess I hate to do left and right, but more conservative, more pro-gun and that kind of stuff. The interesting thing is that along the middle of New Jersey, you have the Turnpike, New Jersey Turnpike, which is why a lot of tourists, not people from New Jersey, say, "What exit do you live in?" And then those areas tend to be the most, left-leaning, so to speak. And the thing is that all of our laws and stuff like that, we have a lot of home rule, but when it comes to guns, everything is state laws, and there is nothing local. Like how in California, your counties can issue concealed carry or carry permits. Here in New Jersey, it goes to the Superior Court, and the court system does it, and it's a statewide thing.
Yeah,
Then you have some in New Jersey, which is different.
I had to
So,
leave
go
a
ahead.
lot of my guns behind when I moved to New Jersey. I lived in Moorestown, just outside of Philadelphia, for a little under a year with a company.
And that's what Josh was saying a minute ago. Is like it's he called it a political issue, and I know what you were saying. Which,
right?
In my opinion, guns shouldn't even be a political issue. It shouldn't be a statewide issue. It shouldn't be a countywide issue. It's a federally protected constitutional right in the original 10 Bill of Amendments, the original 10 Bill of Rights. the Bill of Rights, original 10 Amendments. What I'm trying. Damn, Matt, this stuff
depends
is
on
great.
which state you're in.
Wait,
Is this ham radio?
Shouldn't.
No,
It
Jason.
shouldn't.
Jason is 100% correct. The Second
No.
Amendment and the Bill of Rights should trump all states' rights and county rights. And because of the Second Amendment being the right to bear arms, I know I'm turning this into a political thing a little bit.
That's all right.
And we'll move
it's
on.
Not your,
but,
it's not your channel. You don't care.
No, I'm on a soapbox. I'm sitting on a soapbox. But yes, you're 100%. I'm with you, Jason. I'm 100% with you.
I know you are. I know you are. It's just, and even the Constitution says, the 10th Amendment says that any law not regulated by the federal government falls to the states. Well, guess what the Second Amendment is? It's a law regulated by the government. So it shouldn't even be falling to the states.
Yes, and
So-
the problem
Second
is
Amendment.
SCOTUS and all of the appeals that have to get to the federal level to then render them moot, right? Like we're going through that in California. That is, we're behind enemy lines, but we are also the front line of your gun rights. And there are many legal actions that are going on to protect rights like this, and it's a lot of money to do that. So I'm not saying throw money into California, but if you're thinking about it, there are some California rights groups that are out there fighting for it at the federal level.
That's good.
And that's exactly what you need.
Good to hear.
If you look at the Second Amendment,
But before we go any further, how about those ham radios and who's bought a new radio anytime soon?
You got that from my Discord.
It's okay, Frank. It's all right. It's all right. We're good. We're good. Go ahead, Craig. You were saying
all right.
When you look at anytime any law goes up before the SCOTUS on guns, it should be 0 to 9 in favor of the Second Amendment, because what does it say at the very end of the Second Amendment?
Exactly.
Shall not be infringed.
Well, but there's a semicolon right after the word, and it turns into a whole
my whole thing.
Then the founding fathers should put an exclamation
you
point.
Be a part of militia.
You got to be
my
a
whole thing is
well-regulated militia.
My whole thing is that if the court case coming before the Supreme Court was about freedom of religion or freedom of speech, maybe not freedom of speech these days as much as it should be.
It's the same. It's the same.
They would be like, "Oh no, that's a freedom of religion thing. Just throw that out." But they don't do that with the Second Amendment. And
correct.
Well, actually, they kind of
they do sometimes. They do sometimes,
Yeah.
but there's more scrutiny.
So
when they look at a case like that than there should be. So
you use the correct word. The correct thing is scrutiny. So I'm going to talk like a lawyer, even though I only stayed at the Holiday Inn. The Second Amendment.
Cheers. Best line of the night.
Yeah.
I like that. There you go.
The Second Amendment has not ever been held to strict scrutiny. And I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, and maybe one of these lawyers on the ARRL board will explain this to me. Why are some rights second class to others, right? Like the right of free speech, the right of freedom of religion, the right of freedom from religion, because that's important too, are all held under strict scrutiny, meaning that you go in, there is basically no question as to whether these are rights that you have. And these are not rights granted by the federal government. These are rights that you are born with, okay?
Correct.
Natural rights recognized by the government. And the second Amendment has this balancing test. They say, well, it's a right, but the good of society, this and that and the other, can kind of cause us to put some restrictions. I think that's
I do have a question to you, Ria, and you did make a good point. Is it born with, or the rights afforded to every? Because the Constitution goes towards a U.S. citizen or everyone.
People.
I'd argue. I'd argue that you're drawing distinctions that don't really matter. It's an inalienable right. Often the founding fathers claimed that it is impossible for you to give away your rights to self-defense, because if you were attacked, you physically will react to survive and save your life.
Right.
And they built that amendment around that concept. So it doesn't matter if you're a citizen or not a citizen, you have an inalienable right to self-defense.
So everybody in the states,
everybody
in the federal controlled states has the right to bear arm.
I prefer to defend myself with
or any of the rights. Let's not just talk about
liar.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna respond to that, but you guys go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
The Constitution only mentions citizens in a few places, right? In other areas, it mentions people.
Interesting.
The right of the people.
Yes, but you wouldn't. Yes, but when they're talking about the people. They're talking about the people of the United States. So
right, they're talking about the people under the jurisdiction of the United States.
Correct.
Yes.
So my opinion on that, and that's a good point, Josh, and that's a good point, Frank. My opinion on that is this: you guys don't have to agree with me if you don't want to, but it's my channel. I can say what I want to.
And it's great beer.
Your rights are God-given rights. Whether you believe in God or not, it's fine. Your rights are God-given rights. If you're born, if you're breathing
Natural
oxygen, if you have red blood, then your rights are natural born rights. The U.S. Constitution protects those rights that you already have. They don't give you the rights. They protect the rights that you already have. And sadly, they're one of the few governments, or the few not the government, they're one of the few constitutions on the planet that does that. More constitutions.
So you think the Second Amendment is a God-given right, or is a right extended by the United States?
I think it's a God-given
right to self-preservation.
The right to self, because the Second Amendment is for self-preservation, protection of your family and your property.
Okay. As well as country.
Because it's not just yourself and your country, yes. Because it's not just yourself.
Many other states or many other countries don't allow their citizens to bear arms. So on that aspect, they recognize the right to life and your right to live your life, but you can't bear an arm. I think the bear arms is extended to the United States itself.
See, you're talking specifically about guns. I'm talking about a theme that underlies that. Okay, someone breaks into my house at night. If I have a baseball bat and I bash their head in because they're trying to do me or my family harm, a gun is not involved, but I still have the right to protect my household, myself, my family, etc. Okay, so that is what I'm talking about. Now, guns extend to that because guns exist in the world. And if you could snap your fingers and get rid of all the guns tomorrow in the whole planet, if you could go, what's that show? Into the Badlands. You go into the Badlands on everything where there's no guns on the whole planet. Okay?
Yeah, but you got to be a kung fu master then.
Yeah. Everyone who would have to learn ninjutsu and carry a katana sword. And I'd be okay with that. That'd be fine with me. But my point is, everyone would still be around killing people.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting rid of all the guns in the world is not going to stop crime or anything like that. So I think the right to protect yourself, your property, your family is a natural right. And if you don't think that's a natural right,
I'll agree with that.
Go sneak up on a pack of wolf cubs or bear cubs with their mama around. If you don't think that's
she has the right to bear arms, though.
She has the right to bear her teeth in your knee. I mean, it's just it's a very natural inclination of life form to protect its family.
Well, didn't the monolith teach us how to use tools? Space Odyssey.
Are you talking about the one that showed up in Utah? The silver one?
Space Odyssey.
Hang on a second. Will the monolith antenna? Will the monolith antenna?
Yes.
I got one thing for ham radio right now.
Oh, Chuck wants to talk about ham radio.
Chuck wants to talk about ham radio.
I just worked ZL3 RJ Ross in New Zealand. So
what mode?
He was +6 and I was -2 to him. So not
what
bad.
Mode?
Oh, FT8.
Plus 6. You must have been wearing a K8 MRD radio stuff.
No, I don't even own one. I don't need it.
That's how I did it today.
You just got to get good antennas. That's all.
He had some of ham radio dude's essential oils.
I do have one of his.
He's got some stickers on the.
He rubbed it on the antenna.
Van conditioned spray.
I talk to Ross almost every day.
I know a lot of people poke fun at.
So
I know a lot of people
talk to
poke
Ross
fun at
on USB
California,
most of the
but
time.
I have a question for Rhea. I
Go
was
ahead.
stationed at Fort Dix, and I kept seeing on all the license plates that go up and down Texas Avenue, and when I used to drive semis through the turnpike, they all said Garden State, Garden State, Garden State. Where's the damn garden? Couldn't find a garden anywhere in Jersey, border to border.
It's in the backyard.
Is
Has
that
to
the
be
bog jar?
a pot.
Yeah, welcome to Sussex County, which is where I live. We have gardens up here. It used to be that long ago, right, that there used to be a lot more open farmland and stuff like that. And gradually just population exploded. I mean, you have historical companies like Bell Labs and others that set up shop here for tax reasons. And, ironically, tax reasons. And then they basically built up and developed all the land. So it used to be like that. But No, you haven't looked border to border. You haven't been to Sussex County. You haven't been to Warren County. You haven't been to extreme South Jersey. We still have a lot of farmland here. It's disappearing fast, but there's still a lot of it up here.
I was driving.
Do you know why the farmland's disappearing?
Yeah, because they want to build mall. They just built this freaking
well, there's
American Dream Mall up in the Meadowlands.
But one thing that has changed in the last 30 years is we can create almost like 90% yield of a field through science. So before farmers needed acres and acres to grow X amount of food, they can do it in like way less acreage, which then allows them to sell, of course. So what's interesting is we're feeding more people than we ever did with less land. So that's kind of why the fields are leaving. Now, whether or not you'll grow an arm out of your butt because of science, I don't know.
I was driving up the East Coast. Well, I went on the coast, but I was driving up from North Carolina last week, and I went through Pennsylvania and Virginia. And when I got into Jersey, all of the marquees on the highway said, and what is it with you guys don't have interstates over there? That gets me. All the highways are 60 miles an hour. What is up with that?
Agree.
Anyway, that was a segue. But I got into Jersey and all the marquee signs out there like COVID still exists here. Wear a mask, and I'm like,
really?
Why are you guys hanging on to COVID? Why don't you have got rid of it? I mean, we got rid of that like 6 months ago in Texas. What are you guys doing out here, man? Come on. There's fresh ocean air out here. What do you mean you still have COVID? Come on.
I don't know. I mean, it's like we used to have signs that said, "Don't be a knucklehead." You know.
Now that I could get on board with.
Well, I mean, to be fair, don't be a knucklehead.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what all this. I thought that was funny. I was like, "Are we in New York? Oh no, we're in Jersey. Oh, okay. Yeah, COVID still exists here. Wear a mask."
So imagine living in California, and I just vacationed into Utah, completely open, zero mask mandate through the state. That was like, I thought I was on another world.
So Texas dropped their Texas opened up fully, and they dropped their mask mandate issued by the state on April 2nd. Alabama did it on April 9th. I learned that last week. So Alabama has no mask mandate, and it's completely open. Now, businesses can still make that determination if they want to, and that's okay. I'm on board with that.
And municipalities do too. Like, for example,
right. Yes.
Ours was gone the day after Texas.
Florida never mandated masks.
Really? Wow.
That's right. I remember that.
I don't think Texas ever actually mandated masks, but they did mandate social distancing, and they did force businesses to close when the whole thing started.
So
that was kind of
interesting thing on the OBX
we haven't nothing. Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Matt.
No, I was gonna say down here in Florida, we didn't. They opened everything up in like October, and we haven't. They did not close anything back down after they opened. The governor just said, nope, we're not doing it. If you get, we're not going to mandate anybody close. And
now you have the craziest people in Florida, right? Per capita.
I mean, Florida man comes from Florida.
I think, but I think California might get it's a different kind of crazy than California.
We just got a lot of homeless. They're just pooping on the street.
Hey, we got that too here, but not like you all up there. But
I'll pull up some headlines, and I bet you win.
Yeah, Florida wins that one.
No, definitely. And by the way, the reason my video's off is I have to go laptop, so I'm driving.
Oh, good.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll be but I'm gonna stay on the line. But hey, Frank, OBX thing, go.
Yeah, I was gonna say on the OBX COVID thing. When we're up in Virginia trying to find a Waffle House open past midnight, we went to several of them before we realized everything closed down at midnight. And COVID must be, nocturnal because every place is closed at midnight.
Wait, which state?
Virginia.
Virginia's weird though. Virginia's got some crazy laws
all the time.
Waffle House was closed.
Hang on a minute. I lived in Virginia for 4 years.
Well, but Mike, they have some of the craziest alcohol laws next to Utah.
You got to go to the ABC
next to Utah,
Pennsylvania.
Texas alcohol laws are mad whacked.
No. Virginia alcohol laws are not bad at all.
No, when I say the laws are wacky in Virginia, I mean, yes, you have to go to the ABC store if you want to get like beer and wine, but then there are some cities that is just like California style, wide open, do whatever you want, open carry 2 drinks and go nuts. And it's like within 2 miles of each other, which is just crazy to me. And then Utah is that's a whole draconian alcohol state.
Dry state. The dry state.
The dry state.
I gotta be a member of a club to have a beer. Oh, okay.
We
You
used
are.
to. There used to
Arkansas
be
like that. Crash Course Club.
There used to be a thing here
Brew
that
crew.
they called it a what did they-
Unicard. It was the Unicard.
The Unicard. They used to have that here in Texas. They haven't had that for 20 years, 25 years probably.
No,
They
no.
used to have
Some counties had it recently.
Really?
in
I haven't seen
college,
that.
Yeah, probably
Denton
Austin.
had it in college. About
Well,
20,
Austin doesn't
20-ish.
count. Austin's actually.
That's your version of
It's just
California in
Man,
Texas.
that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
They used to require that at restaurants. And all you had to do is sign a form. They give you this little paper card. Do you have a Unicard? Yeah, here you go. Okay. And then they'd serve you beer in a restaurant. I'm like, what's the point of this? But literally, since I was like 22 years old and first started drinking legally in restaurants, I haven't seen that since then. So it's been a long time since I've seen that. But
Arkansas's like that. I went down there for work one day, and every time we went out to eat to a new restaurant, we had to fill out a new form just to get a beer.
Oh wow. Arkansas's like that too? Wow.
Is it true
Must be
that
certain parts
Texas
of Arkansas.
Costco's do not have alcohol in them?
yeah, that's they
Wow.
probably have beer and wine.
Beer and wine.
They don't
No,
have-
not California. We got everything.
Hard liquor. Hard
By
liquor
the
is
pallet.
weird out here. Like
Yeah.
the first time my brother moved to Florida like 10 or 15 years ago, and the first time I went out there to visit him, he was in Jacksonville, Florida, and we're going to the pub. I think it was a Publix. It might have been like a Kroger or something. I don't remember.
Oh, your
Going to one of the
brother's
grocery
Florida
stores.
man.
And they've got like freaking like vodka and Jack Daniels in the grocery store, and I'm like, what is this?
Oh, it was
You
so
sell it at the
wild to me.
grocery store?
I
Oh
show
my
We have
God.
that
I
here.
show
in Michigan.
They don't do that. They don't do that in Texas. They don't
It's
do
I
that
showed
here
it-
for sure.
I went to Virginia and I was like, somebody get me to a Target. And they're like, why do you want to go to a Target? I'm like, because I want to get a handle of vodka and, some wine and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, I walked in there and they looked at me like, you're going to go to jail. You're going right to jail if you're trying to get alcohol in a Target. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I can get whatever I want at Target in California.
I know.
It's crazy.
Yeah. You don't. You have to go to a liquor store,
That's
which
insane.
closes at 9 p.m. every day and is not open at all
damn.
on Sundays to get liquor in Texas.
Wait, we can't get beer on Texas or beer on Sunday in Texas?
liquor,
You can get beer.
hard
Oh,
liquor. You can get beer
I mean,
and
if
wine
you need
anytime. you
liquor
want.
on Sunday.
No
Just
liquor on
remember, beer's
Sunday.
cheap or liquor's quicker.
I mean, I guess if you're on holiday, shoot.
Now,
Frank's
if you're-
complain
if you're-
about waffles.
If you're
Come on.
Catholic, I mean,
No, I don't have that
If
problem.
you need liquor on Sunday, it was a good Saturday night, right?
Right.
now
Oh,
wine's always
You
sold.
could have
with
Monday off
liquor.
though. Sunday could be your Friday. Not everybody works at 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. So
Like,
Yeah.
there
No,
you go. That's a good slogan. Sunday could be your Friday.
Yeah.
yeah,
I like
The
that.
whole thing is stupid. The whole thing is stupid.
Yeah.
That is
It's
true.
just it's like if you have a liquor license to sell liquor and beer, you should be able to sell it all. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. So
I gotta
it's
say,
stupid.
Jason, I'm a fan of the Matt's off-road towing hat.
I know. I saw him. I met the crew. If you guys aren't familiar.
Oh yeah, I love that YouTube channel.
Yeah. Matt's off road. He's there in Hurricane, which is just outside of Zion. essentially that's where
Hurricane.
we stayed.
You got to say
wait,
it right.
whose
Yeah,
channel is
Hurricane.
this?
It's Hurricane for sure.
Hurricane.
It's
Hurricane.
called Matt's Off-Road Recovery Channel.
Great. It's a
He's
great
like-
channel.
He's the most wholesomest guy. I mean, he really is. And I met him and his crew, nice as pie. He runs this this Cherokee in XJ. And he started pulling people out of ditches, probably, I don't know how long, maybe 10 years. And he started a YouTube channel maybe 2 years ago. And
That's smart.
the guy's killing it. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy has, he's since hired a full videographer group, like a crew. And then he has his
wow.
towing company. His towing company is called Winder Towing, which is kind of a separate from Matt's Off-Road Recovery. And then he also started selling a rope recently, which is a Yankum rope. And what's so
Yankum.
what's so unique about this rope
I like that.
is it's a kinetic rope, and you got to watch some of his videos. So a little Cherokee. What are we talking?
Define kinetic rope. If you Don't
get there. I'll get there. So
Okay.
a Cherokee's what, 4,000 to 5,000 pounds? Ain't much. He shows up to, super duty diesels, 2,500
He pulled a bus off of a beach.
He's pulling everything. And the idea is he's got this 30-foot rope, and the energy gets stored and then comes out of it in such a manner he hits it. And he's probably only hitting about 10 feet of the rope. It's a 30-foot rope. Backs up, hits the rope, and that energy will just keep pulling as he's trying to gain traction. And it sold me. I bought one right away.
So it's like a slinky
to it. Yeah.
A little bit.
It's a climbing rope. It's a climbing rope, basically.
Okay. Here's the next question. Okay. Will that rope antenna make a video?
Got it.
Well, no, it's not conductive.
Get one of those ropes.
Ask Kyle.
Jason, you need to get one of those ropes.
So, Jason, you just showed up at his shop and said, "I want to buy some stuff," and he shook your hand, and wow, that's awesome.
So he, I watch quite a bit. It's great because you can just shut your mind off and just enjoy people winning stupid prizes for doing stupid things, because he's going to get them, And I've been a Jeep guy for a lot of years, and he's always super nice. I might be sarcastic to be like, "What were you doing back here?" He never says that. He just helps him out, and so he's got an open gate policy. So if you're like on the home stretch of Zion, you just swing by his shop. It's on Google. And if the gate's open, you just drive on into his yard. He's got this little like shanty shack. You can cruise on in there, get hats, shirts, buy a rope, whatever. And then I just said, "Hey, is Matt?"
Do they have Ham Harder hats there?
Well, so what's interesting is I had a short conversation about amateur radio, and I was telling them about APRS and showing how you could utilize maps, and because quite often all they use is cell phones, and they go up to 6 hours away for recovery, and I'm like, how do you even charge for that? But they're just using cell phones, and I tell you, you lose cell phone quite a bit in Utah.
Yeah,
that is my favorite place when the cell phone signal says no service. Not even
That's where I want to live.
Emergency service.
Right.
Yep. So maybe I planted a seed. I don't know. I talked to their.
That's fun. That's fun.
I talked to their
everybody's going to move
pilot.
there, and they're going to set up a bunch of cell towers, though.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can talk to each other.
Bring the RFI with them.
I got info to Tim. Tim is their cameraman and drone pilot. So he's I don't want to say this because I don't know, but he's very technically minded. So I think Tim could be the first person to go after it, because he has his part 107, I believe it is, to fly a drone commercially, and that's no simple test,
Like a pilot's license.
Yeah. I got one.
Did you? Good for you, Rhea. That's
nice
awesome.
job.
Yeah.
I've got the test and study materials. I just need to go do it.
Yeah.
So
it's just so easy to turn it on and just fly the thing. That's the problem I have.
The problem I have is I want to turn it on and fly the thing and then put it on YouTube, and I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this.
You just put it on TikTok. That doesn't count, right?
Yeah, that doesn't count. Yeah, that's true.
I did the online current the other day, and that allows you to fly at night. So I might fly tonight when this is done, actually.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, do that.
At night,
you can add that for transitions.
You have a night waiver?
I have a what?
It must be the night waiver.
Do you have a night waiver? Because not anyone can fly at night.
So the interesting thing is now you don't need a night waiver. What they do is you either, if you're first time and you take the test after, I think it was 4-6 when they had the new test, it automatically includes night privileges, or you could take a recurrent online because you can go online on FAAsafety.gov and you can take the recurrent online. And that way you can fly at night. You can fly over people with restrictions. You have to have like propeller guards, and your drone must be less than 250 grams. So.
It's got to have a Glock, an underslung Glock to be able to fly.
Now, Josh, do you know what the loophole is? And I don't,
Yeah, it's got to be under a certain weight. And then
no. As far as like if we want to use it for our YouTube channels, and I'm not condoning this, and I have no idea if this has ever been done. If you know someone with a Part 107 and they're going to be your buddy, and you fly your drone in your video and it never shows who was flying the drone.
Oh, geez.
Yes.
Yeah. So Rhea and I are best friends. Rhea and I are best friends, by the way.
That might be a bit of a
teleport to California
problem.
So here's the thing, and you would not believe
It was
this.
fly by wire, Rhea. It was fly by wire. We had an internet connection. It was good.
We
It
can
was
do
all
it with
set.
Predators. We can do it with that.
Yeah,
that
come
is-
on.
The CIA?
That
Remote
is
drone
exactly-
radio.
Yeah.
That is exactly how Casey Neistat beat the FAA.
Yep.
Because the FAA
There it
went
is.
after Casey
I was just
Neistat.
going to say the Casey
And he was
Neistat
like-
loophole.
He's like, I'm not the one flying. I
His
was just
brother.
the person manipulating the controls. My brother's a drone pilot.
He has his YouTube channel now, by the way, his brother.
Yeah, his brother's a
It's
real
good.
pilot.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a good channel.
I love his channel. Yeah.
His brother's actually had it for a lot of years because I want to say 5 years ago I was looking at it and he was riding motorcycle and he was doing the adventure thing, which, you know, I'm into that as well. But yeah,
What's gonna be
isn't that funny?
What's going to be hilarious is Rhea starts putting up like stock drone footage, and then all the ham YouTubers start using it, and it's just like all Rhea's footage, and she's a little cottage industry of it. You know, she'll have a video of her like dropping an antenna, and we're all using it. Like, yeah, no, I put this up. It's great.
I wouldn't mind doing that actually. I was thinking of doing that, but you know what? The condition is linked back to my channel.
Yeah.
Right.
Accreditation with
Oh, no
accreditation,
problem,
of
no
course.
She's
But
like,
this-
Josh, how many
this is
minutes
the
do you want,
card.
Josh?
How many what?
How many minutes do you want Rhea to give you?
Yeah,
That's what she's going to ask you. How many minutes do you want?
I want the whole thing. I want I want to see the drop. That's a fun thing, by the way. The little drop mechanisms that you can get for drones, like drop
built one.
payloads. You know, they work really well for dog poop. I don't know if you've ever thought about that, but that's a thing.
To pick up.
Actually,
Guaranteed, I've never thought of that.
So
ham radio related to the drop thing. I'm pretty sure N8YO has 160 meter just vertical.
Yeah.
That's a wire,
Mhm.
and that's how he places it in his tree. Is he flies his drone up with it and places his 160 meter vertical, so he can get. On
I've
top
done
there.
that. I've done that. It was at my deer lease, so it was not over people, but I've hung a dipole.
It's over
via-
deers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that years ago.
It
on
was
mine, too.
I've hung a dipole for field day at my deer lease with a drone before. But the whole dog poop thing, I want to ask, you're talking about a drop thing. So you're talking about taking dog poop and dropping it in your neighbor's yard, or how does
No,
that
the
work?
dog.
Oh no, into
Oh.
the trash can, of course, into the trash can.
Oh, okay. Because that would be
Question: Is it possible to put it in a bag, have the drone drive it somewhere, and then light it on fire and then drop it?
No, dog poop
federal
is on
offense.
fire
Where you're
on
going
the
with
drone.
I mean,
yeah.
they make those little devices that are switches. I assume you could flick a bic, right, remotely. Yeah, that seems
Right.
possible. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm asking this for
I'm asking this for a friend.
Just ask for a friend, yeah.
scientific reason.
Now, Jason, do you still have your dog channel?
Yeah, it's still out
okay.
there. I haven't done
There
anything
you
with
go.
it in a while, but
It
yeah,
sounds
it's
like it
still
needs
out
a
there.
drone.
Yeah, I need a drone. Yeah.
Tactical poop delivery.
And you're not
Right.
are you monetized over there?
No, it's really small.
Your money. Get the
Yeah.
thing out.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I don't have to worry about it.
You know, I am enjoying Dave
You got
Kassler's.
nothing to lose.
I am enjoying Dave Kassler's flying videos. Have you seen? He's starting to put up flying videos.
It's pretty cool. That's awesome that he's doing that. I think that's
like
great.
he's in a plane or he's doing drones.
Yeah.
I haven't
No,
watched
no,
any
yeah.
of those. Yeah, he's becoming a pilot, isn't he?
I think I saw. I heard him say that he was going to do that, and then
Yeah, he's been doing it for a while.
That seems
Yeah.
to be a thing because Astro Leah's doing the same thing. So I guess we all need to go get our ham radio, or go get our pilot's license and do
So
ham radio from
I'm-
the air.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
better
have
call
actually
fuel is
Simon.
in California?
flying lessons at local airport too. So yeah.
I've always wanted to do that. Seriously, I've always wanted to get my small pilot's license, but.
Well, I mean, you can
never-
start doing ultralights. You don't have to technically have a license for an ultralight, but you know,
I'm doing
that's-
it
and
right
I was gonna
here
do
on the
like
ground.
Yeah.
I was doing like paramotor and paraglider and stuff like that. I looked at that seriously last year.
that can get dangerous though. Paraglider. I mean, we lost somebody
Yeah.
in the YouTube community from that, so you got to be careful.
Yeah,
Tucker
what would,
Gott is the guy you got to watch for that. He is amazing, and he's in New Jersey.
Oh wow.
What's his name?
Tucker.
Tucker Gott. He's amazing.
Oh yeah, I've
He's-
seen him. Yeah, I did. I saw the video where he's like, "I'm flying my paramotor to McDonald's," and he flew it, and he landed at McDonald's, and he walked in. He's got this big ass thing on his back. He's like, "Hi, I want 2 quarter pounders, please." Everybody's like, "Who's this dude?" Yeah,
But
no, he does some cool videos because he puts the GoPro on his foot, and then he puts his foot up here, and he's like, "So guys, I'm looking at it," talking to his foot while he's on the camera. That's awesome.
He actually he's an aerobatics rated guy though. He actually like performs in air shows.
Oh, does he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
His videos are cool.
If you look up an airplane called a breezy, it's experimental kit-based aircraft. A friend of mine has one of those, and it's fully open. It's a truss, basically a truss frame to it, and it's got a wing and a tail and a horizontal stabilizer, and the seats are just bolted on top of this frame, and you have no windscreen, nothing around you. And it's really fun to.
That sounds like the Wright brothers.
This sounds like a paraglider, really, because I've seen a paramotor attached to the back of what looks like a triangle frame, and it's totally open.
Yeah.
Just the seat there, and you just.
Yeah, it's not far from it.
Yeah.
I always like gyrocopters.
Yeah.
I always thought those were neat.
Josh, did you have something to say there, man?
Gyrocopters are safe for sure.
Who, me?
Oh, I thought you were trying to.
No.
Oh, never mind.
I think I was scratching my eye.
I was gonna I was trying to figure out how to share a photo. Maybe I'll just drop it in comments.
Have you got
you can screen share.
Yeah, you want to give me screen share? I think you have it disabled right now.
Yeah, I do. It's on. It's that way by default.
It's not going to be like dick butt graffiti, right?
Right. Yeah.
Peter.
We're getting Zoom bound, boys.
I need to make sure that Mike doesn't get screen share, but everybody else can
share
have
is unlocked now.
It actually, so it's from that location. This is on. Let's see. Are you guys seeing that?
Yes.
Okay, so this is on Mount Vaca where we're restoring the Army radio relay station. So this is a group of hang gliders. We're now they've been there before us, I should say, but they brought all this fake turf, AstroTurf or whatever. I think it's a football field. I don't know.
It looks like a football field.
It looks like a football. It looks like pieces of a football field.
So they run off this. This is about 3,000 feet up, and they jump. And it's hard to see in the picture, but this is a good enough cliff where they just jump and open their parasails, and they cruise all around here. This is Napa on the backside. And if they catch the thermals just right, they get to land back on this pad. If they suck, they have to hike up because they land down on the bottom.
Ooh.
Hey, I gotta tell you a story. I got a story about paragliding. I was in Alaska on a trip, and there's a ski resort called Alyeska, and at Alyeska, you can pay $300, go through like 20 minutes of training, and jump off a cliff as a paraglider. Me and my wife went up to the top of the mountain, and they were launching people off this. They were letting people, people were doing it. And the guy is on the radio with one of these people running and jumping up the cliff, like screaming at them, like, get off the brakes, pull right. and like sweating the entire time. Like he was a nervous wreck. And you thought people were going to like slam into and when you go off the cliff there at Alyeska, I mean, it's a cliff. You take a tram to get up there because it's like straight up and down. And there's these people with like 20 minutes of classroom.
That's nuts.
Going off a cliff in a parachute. I'm like, no way. No
So
way.
I have an idea. So Adam and Charlie, you guys need to learn how to do this so that you can go activate a summit, paraglide down back to your car, and then go do another summit. So it'll double your summit's time.
Okay.
You don't have to hike down.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
There you go.
Or just fly to the next summit if you get.
Or just fly to the next summit. Do that too. Yeah. Yeah. Now you can get 2 or 3, 4 times as many summits as what you could do if you
I
just
love
do
it.
that.
It's a genius idea.
I like could you make that parachute? So hang on, you've got a front and a back of that parachute. You've got to be able to make that like a Yagi.
A Yagi, yeah. There you go.
Or hang on. You've got to be able to make
antenna.
that an UDA.
An UDA.
And where's Carlos right now? Where's Carlos?
Right.
Carlos has got to get up in the air.
But imagine actually hanging there, and then you're like you got your UDA pointed this way, and you're calling because Carlos had the Pactena like hanging just out there.
Yeah.
But if you could actually make the parachute the UDA. Peruda.
And so guys, another thing with this location is I want to say in 2 years, roughly, I want to invite everyone out there, have a YouTuber camp out up on top of this. We have electricity, we're going to have internet, and the HF noise is super quiet, and it's a soda. So about
With the
2
antennas?
years.
Hey, you set it up, dude. I'll be there.
They got all that commercial and towers up there.
So those are microwave. Those are 6 meter for our CHP, and then I think somewhere in the VHF area. But
and we are going to cut the wires.
Right.
It's a state site. Yeah.
We're just going to ask Frank to climb up to the top and hang a dipole.
Guess what though?
We're gonna fill it with acorns. All
I
those,
don't need power
toy
anymore.
antennas.
I don't need power. I got my own batteries.
You guys, yeah. Hey, you guys, you set that up, Jason. I'll be there.
Yeah,
That sounds like
long,
fun, man.
long-term goal. I mean, we're still securing
Yeah.
the building. We're like welding doors on. It's incredible. The group of hams. That's one thing I really have to say. You know, because I only a ham since 2016, but I've only met. I can probably count on one hand how many bad hams I've met. You know, from on the air, on HF. It's just incredible the amount of talent and resources people come out of the woodwork. In this instance, we're trying to turn this tower. Nobody really has any money. We're all just donating what we can.
Hey, a shameless plug, but a very serious one. I bought one of his T-shirts. Buy a T-shirt. Buy a sticker. Buy whatever you got. It's a great thing to do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not a blue guy in your chat, so I can't share a link.
But also,
well, type a message in there real quick, Jason.
Yeah, type it
located right by
also.
the Jelly Belly factory, so you can go to Jelly Belly after.
Oh, there you go.
after
Jelly
the-
Belly,
That's
Budweiser,
right.
Napa
Yeah.
for the wife.
What Weiser? Who?
What?
I'll steer
He just
clear of
say-
that part of
yeah,
the neighborhood.
Yeah, well, no.
You had me at the Jelly Belly, but then
I'll I could drive out and bring 6 cases of beer again.
Yeah.
He'll do it too. Don't tempt him. Don't.
Yeah,
don't
he will. Yes, he will.
The amount of alcohol
he
we
will.
consumed that Saturday. I'm still
Oh my
looking
God!
for your link, Jason.
Yeah, like Sunday morning, we all got up and we were feeling pretty good, and we started drinking at like 9:30 or 10 in the morning, and like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Matt's like, "Oh, I gotta take a nap," and I'm like,
"Yeah,
you didn't drink any water yesterday, did you, dude?" He's like, "No, man. I had like 18 beers yesterday." I was like, "It's all like Cheech going on over here." I was like, "Dude, come on, you gotta hydrate,
Well,
man."
You also have to remember 1 o'clock in the afternoon is my bedtime.
Yeah, I know.
So,
But,
but yeah,
it's good.
we drank. You were drinking your own beer too. We drank. So between all of the adults there, we drank 24 or 22 ounce bombers in one day.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
It was a fun Saturday, man.
Somebody's it's a tough job. Somebody's got to do it. So
Hey, the meat wasn't going to smoke itself, you know.
that's right. Yeah, that's true.
So I see a question in the chat. So I shared a link. I don't know if that went through.
I don't
No,
see.
Jason, just
Put it
type
in
a
the-
message in my chat real quick. Just type anything. Type hi.
Put it in
And
the Zoom chat.
I'll make you a
Or
mod
that works too.
in the YouTube chat. I'll make you a mod in the YouTube chat. Then you can.
Okay, got it.
you
Yeah,
can,
so I
share
have it
links.
on. I don't know. My video is really crappy, but I recently got these shirts done, and I had an artist help me draw out the tower. And the idea of this tower is it's a 1952 Army radio relay station. So if you're familiar with Northern California, it connected the Presidio, which is by Golden Gate Bridge, an Army base of years ago, obviously 52. And it connected that base with another base in Middletown, because the idea is they were using, I think, all bands, right? I'm not really sure exactly, but
Use whatever they want.
Well, yeah, and they were trying to push stuff over the ocean, so they were going for as far as global communication will allow them. Well, when you do that, you want to put your receiving station far away. So they had the receiving station 100 miles away. Then they ran a link via microwave, and that's what this tower served as. This tower then connected the link so they could hear and talk at the same time. And then, obviously when you transmit, you're going to desense yourself essentially. And so, yeah, so that's what this tower is. It was kind of left for dead the last 15, 20 years. They were growing pot in it. They had terrible graffiti. And
they had great graffiti. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
and so I became friends with the owner, and the owner just said, "Hey, I'll take whatever help you can put together." So I put a small team together, and we're getting this thing turned around. From paint to getting the electricity and all of that, and we're gonna put up radios naturally, and we're also gonna do some art mesh stuff, and we're just gonna have as much fun as possible there.
There's a lot of good Arden. There's a lot of existing Arden network in I'm pretty sure it's SoCal. I know it's in California, but two or three
SoCal's
of the guys
nuts.
yeah, 2 or 3 of the actual Arden admin guys live out there, and they've shown me pictures of this stuff. They have these microwave dishes on the side of mountaintops that just look down at the whole city, and I'm like, man, that's got to be cool. It's
They got to get rid of all their 3 gigahertz stuff soon.
Yeah, unfortunately. But so you're talking about doing a YouTubers get together out there. So like I said, I'm totally for that. What I want to do next year, it's we're probably going to go back down there this year, just the group who normally goes. But next year in 2022, I want to do a YouTubers. I want to do a YouTubers or Ham Radio 2.0 DXpedition to Costa Rica.
Woo!
So we're going to go down there to our place down there and bring you guys down there. And honestly,
all
it's
expenses
not
paid, right?
Yeah, Jason.
All expenses paid by you,
You got
Mike.
that YouTube money, buddy.
So it's actually not that expensive to get down there.
I thought it was going to be paid by Frank.
Yeah, well, Frank, yeah.
What's
How many internets does it cost to get to Costa Rica?
What's ballpark? $2,000, $3,000 for the whole week?
Oh hell no! Gosh,
500?
no! Oh no! I've been down there 3 times, and the entire trip, including food, and the place where we stay has been less than $1,000 for an entire week.
Holy that's wow!
It's about $50 a night for the villa that we stay in per person, and it's about $50 for a round trip to and from the airport. The place we stay is about an hour from the airport. And then we just go buy our own food, and it's just at the great. We just usually split that. And I think the last time I went down there, it was like $300 for a round trip plane ticket, something like that. I generally fly Southwest, and they usually connect out of Miami.
Southwest.
Well, the last time I flew American, and it was usually American. You can get a nonstop from American for almost twice as much money, but usually the American with one stop in the middle has you an overnight layover. And I'm like, I'm not doing an overnight layover. So usually the Southwest layovers are like an hour or 2. But I know that Kyle and I have talked. He's interested in going down.
I'll be there.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So that would be well, we're gonna do that. I don't know when yet, but you guys, if y'all are serious, if anyone who's serious about going, let me know, because that'll be. And there's Adam, I saw you wave at me just then. The place we stay is on the side of a volcano.
Ooh.
So I don't know if it's an official summit, but I don't.
Dude.
But who the hell cares? Climb up the volcano, dude, because it's fun.
It sucks though, because you have to sacrifice a virgin before you activate it. It's really weird.
Yeah,
the
they
way
don't
they do
really.
volcanoes.
Yeah.
I'm out. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Where do you find one of those?
Yeah. I don't know.
No idea.
But
Just get a unicorn.
Yeah. No, the last time so we were going to go down there last year, and of course COVID happened. And this ought to interest you, Mike. They just like a year and a half ago, they just activated POTA out there. And the last time I looked, there were 13 or 14 parks throughout the whole country, and 0 of them had been activated at the time. Now, I haven't looked in a while.
We need to fix that.
Yeah, exactly.
ATNO. That's right.
You said it costs $1,000 to go down there?
I said less than $1,000 for an entire
for the whole
week.
weekend, like
for the whole
expenses.
We usually go like
For a
Monday to
week?
Monday or Tuesday to Tuesday a week.
$1,000 for a week? That's
Less
nothing.
than 1,000.
Hey,
Oh, that's
that's
nothing.
Including airfare.
Yeah. Yes.
including airfare, round trip. Right?
Who's got $1,000 they want to give me?
Two like $300 for a plane ticket, $50 a night for the hotel, and then just whatever food you want to buy, and that's it. That's all it costs.
Honestly, I'm
guys
looking
were
at
at a
Puerto
freaking
Rica.
camp. Where's all your radios?
He said a bungalow. That's where he's got one of his flex radios down there, right?
Right.
Yeah,
so
that's where we gotta go.
So
That's what he's talking about.
That's where we're going, dude. Come on, pay attention. So there's
beer.
Okay, so look it up. It's called Las Vias del Guayabo. Okay.
Jason will be your translator for this trip.
LasViasDelGuayabo.com.
Got it.
You can look it up. It shows a site. It's like a 200 or 300 acre farm, and on the plateau, and the farm's kind of down in a valley, and then on the plateau in the middle, they've got this whole area that's just very well groomed. Got 3 villas up there. It's 2 rooms per villa plus a big living area, and there's 2 beds per room. And we keep 80 or 90 foot of tower down there. we keep 3 or 4 or 5 different power supplies and a bunch of coax and the heavy stuff that you wouldn't want to carry with you on every time. So we keep all that down there and we just set that up every time we go. So
I
we
didn't realize you were renting this. I thought this was like a buddy you knew who had this place. It's been a couple years since you put.
It's a buddy I know who has the place.
It is a buddy. It is a buddy.
Yeah. It's not we don't pay anything to keep our stuff down there, but once we get there we have to pay for the
Gotcha.
Does your buddies rhyme with my
It's
Papo?
still $1,000 to go to Costa Rica and play ham radio for a week.
You know what? I could possibly find my grandfather. So I mean, it sounds funny, but I'm serious. I have
Did you lose him at some point? I mean,
so my mom's dad left, pieced out before I was born.
Went out for cigarettes.
Went to Costa Rica, remarried, and had kids. So in other words, I have a grandfather and
possibly brothers, uncles and aunts. Yeah,
I've not met in Costa Rica.
Wouldn't it be great if it's the guy that Jason's renting this villa from?
That's right. That'd be classic.
So
he knows what ham radio is. I mean, you know,
we're looking for a cheffer. That was his
We
name.
we basically just wrote a telenovela. Like we basically just wrote a telenovela right now. I don't know if anybody understands what just happened.
Actually not. My life is a telenovela.
I think if we're doing a telenovela, Jason with that mustache is the bad guy. I think
Yes.
He's the evil twin, I think, of himself in the I've watched it.
Jason, ¿por qué?
I get the picture in my head. You have a plethora, Wapple. Do I have a plethora of presents, would you say?
Man, what are we drinking tonight?
All right, Jason.
Whiskey.
Thank you.
Topo Chico.
Jason, you're up.
Jason,
you're,
thanks.
Aging some of us with that movie.
Oh, well, only if you got the reference.
Oh, I do. Yes, I remember. El Guapo.
See you, everybody.
Who's leaving?
Charlie.
I am.
Okay.
See you, Charlie.
Ham harder, buddy. Keep wearing those shirts.
See you, Charlie.
Good shirt, man. Take it easy.
Tango Oscar Mike is out too.
Okay, Tom. Thanks,
Better
man.
news.
We have been going for 2 hours. We should probably close it down. This has been really fun. But
I before we close it, Jason, I want to make sure Chuck knew about CN75 in June.
Good night, guys.
So,
okay, go ahead, Matt. I know you called
Chuck?
Chris today.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
He texted me and said that you had called him because I asked him about that.
Yep.
So go ahead.
Chuck, I know you're in Ham Radio Ventures. I don't know if you've been paying attention to it, but the CN75 trip is set up for June 4th, 5th, and 6th. Up on the Oregon coast. I know that's not that far from you. So
about 11 hours. It's like going to SoCal.
Yeah,
not that far.
It's like going to San Diego.
Gone on the Oregon Trail. Die.
But I just wanted to make sure you knew because I know that's like forever for Josh. He get really have to fly, but
it's only 7 more hours for Josh, 6 more hours for Josh.
Yeah.
I would fly.
he would fly, but
everybody needs to understand California is really big, really big. I don't think people appreciate it. It's long and skinny. Yeah,
long and skinny. Yeah,
that's what she said.
I've driven. I've driven from San Diego to Portland, so I know how long California is.
Yeah, but have you ever hiked it, Matt? Don't you want to do the PCT?
That actually, I want to do the AT. I don't want to do the PCT.
Oh, you snob!
Yeah. I've done the PCH. I've done Napa Valley to Seattle. So
yeah,
I was in a car though.
No, that's
you hiked it.
No,
you hiked it, Jason?
Hell no.
We were just talking about hiking.
I do overlanding, man. I don't do hike. I'm not Adam. Holy crap.
That was
I once went to Guam.
The PCT is the Pacific Crest Trail, Jason. It's
Mexico
like
border to Canadian border, all the way hiking.
Pacific.
What? Yep. It's like 2,600 miles. It's insane.
Part of the Triple Crown.
Get me a 4-wheeler.
Yeah, and then the Triple Crown's that's the Continental Divide, the PCT, and the AT.
The AT,
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
The AT is probably the AT is definitely the best marked of all of them, but
I have a friend who has done all 3 of those.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
So what's his job prospects look like?
Yeah. He does not have a
work.
job.
He does not have a job.
Oh,
Kyle, how did he do it?
I wonder how he has
Like,
all the time.
He walked. He hiked.
Walked. Whoa.
Yeah, it's all hiking. It's all walking.
That
So-
I
By
joke
himself?
about that would be really fun. I think.
Oh,
I
it's
think that'd be
so
really
much fun.
Yeah.
I have this romantic dream of, and again, this is like I've got a family and I'm married and stuff, but it's like you just have a mountain topper and you do the PCT and you activate all the summits on the way and you're playing radio the whole time. It just seems like the dream. Is that real? No, it's not real. But oh man, it's such a romantic concept.
Each one of those trails takes 6 months to do if you hike 20 to 25 miles a day and take 1 day off a week. 6 months.
Josh, that is so doable come mid-50s.
Oh
right?
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You'll be out of high school.
That's right. That's right.
Actually, believe me, I'm already past.
I'll just take my wife with me. She'll be great.
Thank you, Chuck.
Oh yeah, she loves sleeping in the tent. For
This is no offense to Chuck at all, but ask him what order of things happened at Pacifico and if he got to the top first or last. So.
Hey, who got the first 4 contacts?
Chuck
did. Chuck did. Yeah.
I knew I didn't need to get there as fast as you, Jason.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah. I don't have magical soda juice like Adam and Charlie do. So
well,
Jason,
I would
tell you the truth. I just went on a 6-mile hike, which is half of the Pacifico, right? That was harder. And
I think Pacifico was 8. Was it 8?
No, it was 6 each way, wasn't it?
I thought it was 4 each way. I thought it was 4 each way.
No, I don't. It was like 6. Anyway, you're already doing a good job. I mean, that's.
But we did. I just did this one. It was 3 miles in, 3 miles back, and it was like probably 5.5 miles of 2 to 3 foot snow.
It's just
way worse.
Oh yeah, the snow
way
one.
Worse.
Yeah, you mentioned
I
that
haven't.
one. Yeah.
I haven't put that one up yet, but
yeah.
I don't know. And I was really. I got off that soda, and I'm like, man, I am not doing sodas anymore because I was hurting so bad.
Come on,
The next day. Well, come with me.
Where's
next time,
Adam?
Jason.
Adam's gone. Oh man.
Hey.
The next day, I felt fine. I couldn't believe it. I didn't even
stay
hurt.
ready.
You
so
feel
I don't gotta
good.
Get
Yeah.
ready.
So it was
wow.
better than
Yeah,
Pacifico.
you
I
can
couldn't
say that
hardly
because you
walk.
got that mustache.
Yeah.
That's
hey,
right.
come live in Texas for a year, Chuck, and then you'll miss all your mountains that you have.
Oh no, I'm already over that. I want to go do some more sodas now.
Yeah. You
In
live
fact-
in Texas now. That doesn't count for you anymore, Mike.
In fact, our trip
it
with
does.
with
you just get to
with
drink
Adam,
twice because I'm going to say Texas too.
our trip with Adam, I thought I was going to have to cancel because I had a trip to Hawaii, but it got moved back a week or two, so I can still do both.
That's quite a dichotomy. Would I like to go sit on a beach?
Yeah,
and hang out and maybe play radio or
still be married.
huff it at 11,000 feet and hike. Because I mean, everybody who went to Pacifico, I just want to point out the Sierras is much higher than Pacifico.
Yeah.
Altitude is a much bigger factor in the
The
Sierras.
starting altitude is worse than Pacifico ever got.
Oh yeah, than the highest point of Pacifico.
Yes.
We're going to Hawaii this year, and I guarantee we will not be sitting on a beach when we get there. So we're going to the island of Kauai, and there's a summit and a park within a half-hour drive from where I'm at. So I already told my wife, it's like, okay, one day.
Who chose the itinerary? Was
she
it
did.
you?
Hall pass.
Oh.
She did.
Hall pass.
She did.
Hall pass. Hall pass.
So yeah.
Hall pass.
Yeah,
The
we've
house
been there.
I'm
We've been
staying
there.
on-
We've been there once before. We've been to Kauai once before. It was fun.
Place I'm
but-
staying is like walking distance to the beach. So
That's like the chill island, right? That's like the super chill island.
That's the one that. Well, Maui's the party island.
Mhm.
Kauai's just like Maui. Just there's just less people there. So,
Okay.
I
That's
didn't know the islands
Molokai.
had
Molokai is the chill island.
I haven't been to that one.
The
I've only been
islands
to-
have themes? I didn't.
I think
know this.
Molokai was like the leper colony or something. I think.
Sort
I could be wrong. Somebody's
Now-
going to correct me in the chat.
Now
Correct
you're
me in the
gonna-
chat.
You still gotta get a nose jab before you go to Hawaii, right?
I already got mine.
3 days before you leave, you gotta get a test, don't you?
I don't know if.
PCR.
So
I don't know if you have to. If you have the, I have the shot. So I'm not sure. I
He's
think
got
you have to
the
get
Bill Gates in him. He's got the
you
Bill
have-
Gates in him.
Yeah, it's the Clippy thing. As long as it's not.
He's got Clippy. We're good.
As long as it's not Steve Jobs, I'm fine. So
a quick terrible story. We have close personal friends. They had a trip to Hawaii last weekend. They're supposed to leave for a week. Husband, wife, 2 kids. The one daughter tested positive twice. No symptoms. Healthy. She's great. Trip canceled. Daughter, she's 10. She can't get the shot. She's 10. Who knows why she tested positive, but everyone else is good to go and healthy. But yeah.
So Todd WH6DWF says my house is on the beach here in Honolulu. Let's just go all invade.
Yeah, we'll just go in. We'll go to his place.
What if we
just we'll just show up at the same time and knock on the door?
Hey, I'll bring the expert 1.3. Jason, you bring the hex beam. Let's go.
I got the cigars. Let's do it, buddy. I got the cigars. I got the whole cigar box.
I wonder how much Chris would pay me to take his hex beam to Hawaii and set it up on the damn beach and take pictures of it. I'd be like, dude, seriously, I need some money for this.
I want to come.
You need a photographer, Frank. Photographer, Frank.
I'll be Frank's like rig boy.
Yeah.
To get serious about,
I need a light boy. Come on now.
Yeah.
To get serious about ham radio for a second. I mean, that hex beam is designed to be shipped like that, though, right? I mean, it's like a golf bag, or it's kind of like a golf bag, is what it ships in.
Hey, Josh. I'll draw. When I was talking to Chris today, he emailed me the link of the system that he's literally going to be selling for it. I'll grab the link out of my email and drop it to you in Discord so you can see what he's gonna basically get a pallet of these.
I think, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is one of the first directional antennas with gain that's super portable that has come out, as far as I know. So it's going to revolutionize the whole market. You don't need a tuner for any of it. It's all resonant. That's going to be amazing.
So
that's exactly correct, because I've used the 705 on it, which of course doesn't have a tuner. I've used the 705 with the Zygu amp, which doesn't really have a tuner.
You're right. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. And then I've used at Pacific or at OBX, I used the 7300, which has a tuner, but I put my KPA 500 behind it, and I do not have the KAT 500, the tuner that goes with the amp. So, but it didn't matter because my SWR was less than like 1.4 on all.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that's a good thing about hex beams.
As a resonant antenna, it makes all the difference in the world.
May I bring a point? What did Jason just bring to the stream?
He brought the antenna.
I'm 5'10", and according to Leonardo da Vinci, so is my arms.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the bag right there. Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can ship that. That's going to be great.
So over your head.
I mean, dropped the link in the Discord, Josh.
If you think about like DXers, like a DXpedition, like this is kind of a no-brainer for people that are packing light. I think like a 1-2 person kind of thing. Yes. Yeah, this would be great.
We will have 2 or 3 of those when we go to Costa Rica. In fact, Chris is going to come to Costa Rica with us and bring one, and we're probably going to set one up and leave it down there.
And
on the flex.
I haven't got my Winter Field Day video. I need to get that edited. But
when was Winter Field Day? When was that?
Well, his summer video just came out. We were all doing our winter.
I'm the worst. I'm like the worst YouTuber. I mean, at this point, I have 2 little girls and a wife. So if you start seeing a video weekly, I'm divorced.
The Jason RV series.
Yeah.
The channel's called Ham Radio TV, but usually your TV is just off.
Yeah.
I'll be living in my Jeep.
Anyway, Ham Radio Nomad 2.
Anyway, what I was going to say about the hex beam is, I'm very privileged to get it and test it. But out here, I'm San Francisco. I'm less than an hour from San Francisco. I'm up on 3,000 feet elevation for Winter Field Day. East Coast was coming in like literally 5.9 on 100 watts. I was using a Yaesu 991A. And it was beautiful. And when I heard Florida, I kind of give them a crank, and they're like, "Oh, you just jumped up." So yeah.
It's amazing how gain works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if you're on the Mastworks, it's got the rotating base. You just swing it on down there, and you're just freaking laser.
That thing works great. That thing works great off the backside. It works great off the side lobes. Like I had mine pointed north, and I was working. I had it pointed north, basically towards Canada, North and South Dakota. I was working Pennsylvania. I was working Arizona, and I'm like, hold on. And they're
it's
like,
got to be kind of broad then, because it's a 2 element. I mean, it's a hex beam, so it's a 2 element. So you will get gain, but it's going to have.
The Arizona guy was like, "Yeah, you're about a 5x5," and I went like this. Oh wow, you're like 5/10, 5/9. Now I was like, well, yeah.
What is the gain on that? 3 dB.
6,
I'm
probably.
not sure
it's probably
what
6.
I'm not sure what
a hex
rates
beam.
it at.
A hex beam is generally 6 dB.
It depends on the size.
Oh
of the
no,
wire.
so maybe you're right about a 3. No, I think
thought it
about
was
it.
a 3.
He hasn't released much technical data,
No,
but
he
I
hasn't.
will tell you it's full resonant. So exactly what Josh is saying, if you look up what a hex beam is, this is 6 through 20. So that's 6 bands you're going to grab.
He told me that he was they're waiting on the choke balun that goes at the top of it. The one that I have, and I assume this one that you have, Jason, is rated about 5, maybe 600 watts. He's working on another one that'll do legal limit.
Oh, wow.
He's like the guy he's having that,
but not digital.
Yeah,
or not. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll do digital too.
That's nice. Okay.
I did FT8 on my hex beam with the amp, and I was cranking out about 400 watts.
Oh, wow.
At OBX, and it handled it just fine. I had the generator was like, but the antenna worked just fine. So, but he's waiting on the guy. He said, "Man, I could release him next week. I might just do that now, and then tell everyone that you'll get a new balun eventually when we have him ready for legal limit."
Surprise balun.
So yeah.
Hey, real quick. I guess shop talk. I mean, I don't think it really matters, but is anyone talking to Chris for our Memorial Day weekend? Because I just lost.
I thought he texted me today because I sent him a link to our promo vid.
Yeah.
And he's like, you need to get Buddy Pull in there. And I was like, I thought you were already going to be on Jason's channel.
It was one of those like kind of lost email situations. So let me reach back out to him.
Reach out to him because I'd love to have him on my channel, but
or call him. So here's the choke you're talking about.
When I called him I called him today because I've been trying to email back and forth, and he's like, dude, I have like 100 emails a day.
Okay.
Sometimes they get lost. Just call him.
Yeah, but generally he doesn't answer the phone, so I'm surprised you got him on the phone. But I don't know. I have his number, so I just texted him. But
get that hot voicemail box is full message.
Yeah. No, he's. I thought Jason, if he's gonna come onto your channel, then great. If not, I'm going to ask him to come on mine because I'd like to have him on there.
I just lost elk antenna. So, yeah, let me try to work that out this weekend.
Yeah, go for it.
And I'll let you guys know.
Do that.
It's like literally he's moving, so you lost him.
Yeah, why can't you still get him?
Yeah.
Jason.
Well, I mean, so he's...
Who put all these beers in my antenna?
He hates these cans.
It's just so if you ever pull this out, they're probably gonna think you have like a freaking Gatling gun.
No, it looks like an easy up. It looks like an easy up when you pull it out like that.
It does.
Yeah.
So it weighs about when it's all put together, it weighs about 8 pounds.
Yeah, no, I saw you holding it up. That's really impressive. Yeah. It's super cool.
Yeah.
I think the whole system's 23 pounds.
Nuts.
Tripod.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
Like that.
And technically, you could break it up into 3 pieces. So yes, Josh, we could hike that up to a summit.
We could.
And then so then he gives you. I did some color coding and some labeling on mine. So here's like 15. But I do like the feel of wire. I'm sure you guys all get into this, right? You get some antenna wire, and you're like, ooh.
Can you ASMR the wire for me,
Commander wire is beautiful wire.
That wire he uses for that
nice that's what I'm talking about.
And obviously, I mean, so this was my first hex beam. I didn't really know what to expect or what have you, but you don't need to put all 6 elements up. If you just want to quickly get out, throw 20 or throw 17, you just go ahead and just wrap that, clothesline. That's what my wife thought I was setting up in the backyard. What are you going to hang clothes on that? And you're on it. Resonant.
That's what my wife said when I had a hex beam on the roof. She's like, "Oh, is that a clothesline?" I'm like, "Yes, honey. Take the ladder and go put the clothes on the antenna.
Go on the roof.
Go ahead and do that, and then I'll warm it up for you with RF. It'll be great.
I'll dry them twice as fast.
It's gonna be super cool.
Yeah.
Here's the amp on FT8.
Yeah.
Oh, is those wires hot?
Oh, sorry, honey. Sorry, babe.
Got a little bit of
all right.
suntan
Keyed up a little
there,
bit. Keyed it up a little bit there for you.
Okay, guys, we're gonna shut it down. We've been going 2.5 hours. This is awesome. This is awesome.
It was a lot of fun.
This
thank
feels
you,
just
everybody,
like
for
we're
being
getting
here.
we're getting in the beer stride of a happy hour at this
I
point.
know.
You're right.
That's
Yeah,
what it feels
yeah,
like.
it really
Still
is.
159 people watching us. Get
What?
Yeah.
Jason's
It's
Jason's
almost
about to
done.
open another triple, and then it'll be all over.
Oh no, I'm not tonight,
it.
man. I gotta preserve those because I've only got a select few of them. I can't go to the store and get more of them. So
where's the after hours show? Patrons only.
Where your true
should do
feelings
that
come
on your
out.
stream.
I
Or is
should
that
do
called
that.
OnlyFans? I don't know.
Oh, Jason's got an OnlyFans?
Yeah, an OnlyFans.
What?
I don't have OnlyFans. I don't have OnlyFans.
With that mustache.
I
he
did
asked
pass.
it.
Yeah, with that mustache.
Yeah, that guy.
The other Jason should
The
have an
other Jason.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
The carpet matches.
Yeah.
He's got a whole YMCA themed OnlyFans for people that
think-
want to follow.
Some
think
80s cop.
I think we've crossed into a territory that y'all need to take to your own channels. So
Tony in the chat said it's the best. Last call. So let's go around the horn.
Ooh. Last
all right, Izzo, you were
There's
going to say
another
something a minute
hour.
ago. What was it?
Yeah.
No, I have some questions on the hex beam to see if it'll do 40, but
Yes.
It will
I'll
not.
ask. I'll
It
ask
won't?
Ron. Okay.
Oh, it's only 20. It tops out at 20?
Six to 20.
So if you measure across the hex
Oh.
beam, you're looking at 23 feet in in diameter,
Mhm.
and that's 20. So if he would do a 40, you're talking pretty big poles.
Well,
I would-
40 is usually only a
Well, that or you could do like a quarter wave on 40, which is almost the same as a half wave on 20.
dipole.
It's
That's
very-
why we
Rotatable
had the
dipole.
DX Commander at Winter Field Day.
Right.
So the
correct,
hex
yeah.
the hex beam I had on the roof was a linearly loaded 40. So
Yeah,
that's how
the-
they got around
Yeah.
the length of it. But it had
Okay.
it had a shorter bandwidth.
Sure.
It was only
yeah.
a single element though, right, Josh?
Single element. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
it's a
it was two.
rotatable
It was 2 element. It was a
was
proper
it?
2 element, but it was linearly loaded on both
Gotcha.
elements, and so the bandwidth was shorter,
Okay.
No.
tighter
It's-
bandwidth.
It'd be compromised for sure, but
Yeah.
Oh,
but this one's really made to be portable, hike up a mountain type thing. So
I need a link to that.
yeah, well, yeah, you and the rest of the world. He doesn't have it available yet. That's the problem.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
prototype. They're
It's the
all
prototype.
showing off this sweet prototype. By the way, I
Yeah.
think my favorite thing about it is the crank rotating
Yes.
mast. That is my favorite part of the whole thing.
That's
I
what
think
I
that
told.
is
I said that was
amazing.
the best part about that mast is that it's got an oblong. It's not round. The
Yeah.
center of the
Oh,
mast
it's
is not
so
round.
cool. It's
so
so
when the
cool.
wind blows it still moves it a little bit, but not as much as it would if it was round because it
What's
could
the
turn it all
work
the way
here?
around.
They had
But-
that at Dayton in
Yeah.
19. Yeah, I saw
he's,
that.
He's
That's
had that
really
for 2 or
cool.
3. He's had the mast
Yeah.
itself for 2 or 3 years. The other
That's
cool thing
neat.
about the mast is that it comes with guy ring clips that go around the oblong mast, and when you
Mhm.
rotate
Yep.
the mast, it rotates inside
Yeah.
of the guy rings, so
And-
the guy rings
Yeah.
don't turn with it.
And just to back up for a second, so he sells the
Back it up.
Mast Works. So
Yes.
Mast WERKS, Mast Works. That's what
Right.
we're talking about.
Right.
A 10 meter, 30 foot is his tallest one. So
Mhm.
33 feet, I think. My math isn't
Yeah.
great. And then you have the buddy
For 20,
pole
sure.
system. So the buddy pole system, you can put the buddy pole system on top, or you could put this new buddy hex.
Mhm.
So there's kind of like 3 things going on.
Mhm.
Obviously, if you just want the buddy hex with the Mast Works, then so be it. So, a few combinations out there.
The mast has been, Don in the chat saying the mast is already available. I think the mast
Yeah.
has been out for about 2 years.
Correct.
The last time we had Hamcom in Texas, he had the masts there. The mast. In fact, I used the original Buddy Pole. Well, it's the Buddy Pole Deluxe
Yeah.
on the mast at Field Day like 2 years ago. So the mast has been out a while. This Buddy Hex is new, and it's made to fit on top of the existing mast he already had. So the
That's right.
mast has been out there for a while. Then you can use that with many things actually. So this Buddy Hex is an addition to that, but one doesn't require the other. So.
One more thing. Did you notice the threads on the top? So you're looking at down.
Yes.
You have to go down in. There's threads.
Yeah, there's thread. Yeah, so you could put a vertical up there if you wanted to.
Yeah, a little 2 meter 70 centimeter.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's super
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
You
I
could
saw
put
it-
a buddy pole on top of your buddy hex.
So you're at that point you might be pushing the limits to the load
Right.
of
For
the
wind,
mast
yeah,
itself.
yeah,
you know, yeah,
Right.
yeah. But let me tell you, you start setting this stuff up in like a national park or a campsite.
All the rangers will be all over you. They'll love you.
Yeah, you're going to get all sorts of people.
We had two rangers stop and look at us. Of course, we had the Hex beam up, we had the DX Commander up, we had the Cushcraft up, and I think Mike had it like a random wire going for. I think it's a K6 ARK wire. And one of the rangers stopped and he's like, "So, what are y'all doing?" He was really cool though. Matt talked to him for a few minutes and he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, cool, man, yeah, have fun." So
I find a lot of the rangers are. Like if you tell them you're doing like parks on the air, they're actually really cool about it. So
majority of the time, but a lot of them will say, "Don't put any stakes in the ground and don't throw anything in the trees."
You can't put a stake in the ground.
I've never heard
different parks and different states are different.
Oh, at the memorial is okay.
Wait, a stake? A stake in the ground?
They would not tent up. They wouldn't let us do any external antennas at all at the Wright Brothers Memorial. We had to operate from a ham stick at our car.
So please, the only thing is, please ask before you do. We want to keep more hams going and doing this regularly. All right. So go ahead and ask a ranger what you can do.
I like to just tuck myself away a little bit.
Hey, we activated the park at Wright Brothers. That's all that counts.
Nice.
So.
Hey, we did. We did work two 9 alphas from there in the parking lot.
That is correct. That is correct. Yeah, that is correct.
But N8YO told me about when we were down, had everything set up. He was walking back from the beach, and there were like 3 campsites that were like they all knew each other that were like a couple hundred yards away from us, and they were all standing, pointing, trying to figure out what we were doing.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. So, all right, we're actually going to shut it down. It's 10:30 straight down. 10:30 down. So, thank you to all who joined tonight. Seriously, this was really fun. I love doing this. Guys, put it on your calendar. Generally speaking, I do this the second Friday. So the second Friday of next month, I got to get back to that same month, is May 14th. So I hope everybody can make it then. A month from today, the 4th Friday, will be the YouTubers Hamfest. So that's going to be a really fun show as well. But yeah, happy hour once a month, and really enjoy
soon
this.
Already?
This one is late. This one was late this month because we were at OBX the weekend it should have happened. So generally speaking, I do it the second Friday of the month. Usually, this Friday.
About YouTubers Hamfest, it's like
almost
there.
Yeah.
1 month away, bud. Yeah.
1 month away.
Oh man, I gotta get so much stuff ready.
You just gotta go buy meat.
Probably start.
So yeah,
Make a list.
We do need to have another meeting upcoming. We need to have another YouTubers Hamfest meeting upcoming. So you guys get in the Discord and let's try to hammer that out in the next few days because we need to get some new stuff nailed down. Just make sure.
Well, that being said, I think I have more hours on a single day than anyone.
I would beg to differ. Don't try and challenge me on how much I've streamed before.
No, more hours on that YouTubers Handfest. Not that what you already have accumulated in your own channel.
He's saying he's going to be the busiest that weekend.
Okay. All right, Frank.
This is the way I turn my ribs over right here, guys.
This is
that was perfect.
We're doing a 4 hour
Nice
or 2 hour stream total.
You forget I'm bringing in a guy to talk about grounding. You know how much hate mail I'm about to get?
Touche.
I'll forward you mine. I'll forward you mine. You want to
all of you on the floor and crown to you.
All of you were just part of a 2.5 hour live stream. So if you're any less than that, I don't know what the hell y'all are talking about.
I got 2 or 3 hours.
So seriously, yeah. So seriously, so 73 to all. Thank you for joining.
Right. My God, that's a heavy rain.
Yeah.
Go hit the thumbs up, everybody. Go hit the thumbs up.
So the stream just kind of blipped, but it's back now. But we're gonna keep going. So yeah, thank you to everybody who joined tonight. Thanks for all the support in the chat. Thank you for all of you who joined the Zoom tonight. And 73 to all. And we will talk this weekend. Go watch Josh's live stream tomorrow, and then come watch my live stream on Sunday. 73 to everybody. And
Hank Radio 1000.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 See ya.
Woo! Watch out for the rain.
Gosh, that is loud. Jeez.
Jeez,
incredible.
Louise.